Hello, anybody, everybody. How are you doing today? How is your... What day is it? Thursday? Are you ready for some more visual novels? Horror? Might be stupid? Hopefully? We're still seeking that legendary series. The one where we're like, my god, this is painful, but I love it. Or that's just genuinely really good. Oh, hello, Hades! Hades Town! Welcome, how are you doing? How's your... Thursday? Woohoo! Hello, Sleepy! Hello, Nevu! Welcome, welcome, welcome! Do you like to be called Hades? Hades Town? What do you like? How's everybody's Thursday? Oh look, I got a new emote. Doesn't lurk and work, but I really like this game, and just Hades is good. Awesome! Enjoy your lurk, and I hope you have a good day at work. I hope you enjoy my... my playthrough of this game. Alright, first let's get to... the schedule. I remember how to... yeah, there we go. Not much left on the schedule for this week. Today is Thursday, that's Raging Loop. Tomorrow, maybe streaming, probably not. It'll probably be nice enough that we'll go out hiking or something. Saturday is Bloodborne at 2 p.m. Eastern. And that we're doing like a challenge with that one. I'm trying to, I got like 3 bosses to beat at level 4, which is the lowest possible level. And then I'm gonna try and get through the hardest area of the game. I will level for that, but I'm gonna try and do it as fast as possible. I'll see if I can get through the whole thing in like 3.5, 4 hours. And then of course, on Saturday we have Danganronpa V3 over on Sweet Nick's Plays channel. My partner, in case you're new. Alright, let's get rid of the schedule. I always feel like I should have something to go over, right? Like before the stream begins to like let people come in. According to Twitter, she's my partner. Right? And I was like, your mom or something? That thing was weird. It also, it said one of my parents was somebody I don't even know. Like somebody I don't follow on Twitter and don't know if I'd ever even seen. Dang, what about me? Are you on Twitter? I don't know, it feels like pretty random. It says Gantz was my spouse. Which, yeah, maybe in some alternate universe that might be true. Have a Twitter account but don't really use it. Oh yeah, I remember you following pretty recently. So, Raging Loop. I don't have any idea what this is really about. I know it's horror. I know it's I think it's a Western visual novel. So it might be a departure from what I usually play. The art certainly looks Western to me. Like it's anime inspired for sure, but something about it looks like it was developed not in Japan. Maybe even Korea. It has a little bit of that manhwa, which is Korean manga. Has a little bit of manhwa look to it. Maybe Chinese even. I don't know. We'll see. Other than that, I think there's werewolves. Maybe? Or like a sacrifice to a monster? Dunno. I'm trying to think of is there anything else that I want to go over before I start? Probably not. Like, did something cool happen? Ah! Hello, Hama! Thank you for the love! Hello, idiot! Thank you for the love! Now my day is officially made. Oh no! So much magic! Thank you, Sleepy! I think I need to hold like a poll for like previous games. There's other games that I've kind of ignored that I started playing. And I'm like, I don't know, should I go back to them? Yay! Thank you, Hades! Like... God, what the hell is the name of that game? Like Sakura Wars? Kitty Love? Maybe I'll do that on like Twitter and Discord and just see how many votes overall we get. For like, play this game, or like, no, move on. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. Raging Loop. Which I'm gonna guess has something to do with like time travel? What? Creepy. Anyone recognize this language? You can't hear it? Is it turned down? Sounds Japanese, actually. Yeah. Tateba. Yeah, definitely Japanese. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, as always, let me know about the volume. It changes for every single game. I never know what the correct volume is. Checking the save data. I don't think I've played this before. It's words, but what? It's audible, but it was a quiet song. Oh, okay, it wasn't quiet to me. It was quite loud. This game is a work of fiction. It is unrelated to any real people, groups, incidents, etc. This game contains violent / grotesque descriptions and descriptions. Whoa. we're getting double descriptions here of psychological horror. I think they meant depictions and descriptions, but they obviously screwed that up. Ooh. Presented by Kemco. Oh, I know Kemco. Motherboard Debt. Adventure Team. Dept. Raging Loop. Got kind of Attack on Titan vibe. Bwah, 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 bwah. Oh, Satoshi Arai. Yep. Alright, so definitely it is Japanese. I was wrong. How's volume? Is it quiet? It's quiet to you? Seems fine? Okay. Hello, Beast of Prey! You just starting this game? Yeah, I've never played it before. How you doing today? Welcome. Doing good? Awesome. Yeah, is this good? I bought it like 2 years ago and just haven't tried it yet. By the way, I recommend running a compressor and limiter via OBS to make sure game audio falls within the range you want for stream, and then set the audio for you locally. I wonder if I do that. That's a good idea. I wonder if I can do that. I'm gonna just check really quick to see if I'm already doing that. OBS filters for the audio path. No, I use a mixer. So there's only one path. I can't actually do that. There's no option in my mixer software either. All the gates and all that are only for the mic. So, I don't know. This game has some really good parts. Hell yeah! Hopefully you're gonna have a fantastic time. I hope so. I hope anyone who's a fan of this game does not mind that I usually tear them down. For fun, I do still enjoy games, but I love... I love making many, many jokes at the game's expense. Pre-read only. Xbox transparency, hide buttons, vibration. I don't know what that means. Please use only in unforeseen circumstance such as data deletion. Oh, right, because it's like a looped thing. How's it sound? So there are character voices. Alright, and it's in Japanese, so we can leave them on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn down the volume for these. Whoa. Bzzz. We want their... That seems... Yeah, let's change them all to mid, I guess. No, not mute. There we go. Alright, that's fine. I can change it if I need to. So happy the Raging Loop gets some attention occasionally? Yeah! It looks cool. There's a lot of characters. I don't want to spoil myself. Read! Oh yeah, 2019. I got the special edition too, that's got like the cool art book, which I have not looked through for potential spoiler reasons. Wait, load? Oh shit, I need to go to initialization, don't I? I think I might have played like 3 minutes of this game like forever ago. Like 2 years ago. Activate. Initialized. Did it initialize the settings? Yes. Yes it did. It turned the music back up. I'm gonna leave the sound effects the same. We'll just mess with this if we need to. Oh, here we go. Bow. Are you telling me to bow? There's a spoiler warning in the game in the introduction part where you start in the game, you can set it up. Okay, cool. Adventure game. I bid you welcome to the world of this visual novel, Raging Loop. Interface. I am nobody special, honestly. Simply consider me part of the interface. You may refer to me as Rikako. Thank you, Bisa Frey! Hope to see you again.
このゲームの遊び方を簡単にご説明いたしたいと存じます。
You're most likely playing this game for the first time, and I'm here to explain a few things about it. Don't get any
変わっ
ideas.
たところのあるゲームですので、最初はぜひとも全部の説明をお読みいただきたいと思います。
This work is quite strange, you see. It's recommended that the uninitiated take the time to read everything here.
特に動画配信をなさる方は4動画やシェアについてだけでも必ずお読みくださいね。
Those uploading their gameplay should at least read the videos and sharing section.
最後まで読んでいただけたら私のセクシーな画像が見られません。世間は厳しゅうございます。
They tricked me.
ざめざめ
If you read until the end, you'll find a sexy CG of me. Doesn't exist. We truly do live in a society. A harsh society. How sad.
You know, I bet you $1 billion I could find you on Danbaru right now.
さて、何からご説明いたしましょう。
Now, where should I begin?
Oh god. Do I need to read all this?
レイジングループはノベルアドベンチャーゲームというジャンルでございます。
No.
Aging Loop is a visual novel.
小説のように文章で物語が綴られ、読んで楽しむゲームです。
Much like with regular novels, the story is told through text, and the enjoyment comes from reading it.
I know. Oh, look at all this. I'm gonna go and move that text speed up again.
世に言う人狼ゲームと深く関係する物語ではありますが、人狼ゲームそのものではないのでご注意を。
That was too fast.
If you're familiar with the party games Werewolf and Mafia, this visual novel bears a close resemblance to those. But keep in mind it's just that, a resemblance.
I feel like you shouldn't be telling me this. I don't want to know. Can I go back? Alright. I don't want to be told anything about the game.
スーパー人工知能リカコ20人と永遠の人狼ゲームを楽しめるとご期待された方、すみません。ざめざめ。
Sincerest apologies to those who are hoping to play an eternal game of werewolf with 20 super AI Rikakos. I weep and bleed for you truly. How sad.
もちろんただの小説ではございません。時折現れる選択肢によって物語が変化するすごい小説なのです。
Of course, this is not merely not merely a novel. As you carry on, you will sometimes come upon choices which affect the story. It's quite amazing. Nothing like this has ever been done before.
生き生きとボイスを喋ります。作品世界に没頭できること受け合いです。
The characters have lively visual depictions as well as voices, making it easy to immerse yourself in this world.
せっかくの声をお楽しみになるためや、突如絶叫が響き渡らないためにイヤホンなどされるのも良いかと。
To enjoy the voices to the fullest extent, or to simply avoid bothering your neighbors with the sound of anguished screams, please consider using headphones.
True fact, anguished screams often come from our neighbors. Well, maybe not anguished screams, but they're certainly yelling a lot.
とっても大ボリュームな物語で
You
す
hear
の
them
で、
like right through the
没
walls.
頭しすぎて数日徹夜なんてことになるやもご注意くださいね。
This story is obscenely lengthy as well, so please take care not to be drawn in so thoroughly that you begin losing sleep.
Hey, you don't tell me what to do.
なお、もうご存知かと思いますが、レイジングループは架空の殺人事件、恐怖事件を扱ったお話です。
Also, you may be aware of this already, but Raging Loop is based entirely around fabricated murders and horrific scenarios. I promise you, I haven't killed anybody. Not even once.
I actually started reading Starving Anonymous yesterday and it kept me up for a while. Oh, is that another visual novel? I've never heard of it.
サスペンス、スリラー、ホラー、そして謎に挑み解決するお話がお好きなあなたにぴったりの物語。
It's tailor-made for all you fans of suspense, thrillers, horror, and mystery.
もちろん この物語は作り事で、実際の人物や団体や思想や事件などとは一切関係がございません。
Of course, this is a world of work of fiction, so it has nothing to do with real people, groups, and incidents.
作中の学問知識、歴史、宗教、神話、科学、医学等の知識は創作を含みます。
Wow, they really
テストに書い
expected
たら0点です。
the people playing this having no idea what a visual novel is.
They're like, don't go thinking that this is real life, okay? These are just cartoon people. They're not gonna come through the TV and murder you, I promise. It also includes fictional details about academic matters, such as history, religion, mythology, science, and medicine. Relying upon it during exams would get you 0 points. How sad.
そして描かれる犯罪や惨劇については現実のそんな行為を推奨する意図など
No!
全くございません。
I was gonna go out and murder people. Alright.
Lastly, we do not endorse replicating the crimes and cruelty depicted in this work, such as the cruelty of putting all these fucking words here.
そんな感じで現実との区別をしっかりおつけになったらもう大丈夫。本作を思いっきり楽しんでくださいね。
They expect people to also know what fiction stories and games are. God, no, that's too much. Forget it. I'm turning this off.
There's nothing to worry about as long as you differentiate between reality and fiction. If you can't do that, maybe you shouldn't be playing video games. This is, after all, fiction. I'm sure you are intelligent enough to not conflate things that happen in the game world with things that happen in real life. So enjoy in Raging Loop to your heart's content.
Good God. That was just this one thing. You know what? I'm just gonna move on. I think this is probably just gonna be like,
check out the menu. You can save. You can see a log of all the stuff.
I think I'm good.
とても長くなってしまいました。
It did, and I only read 1/4 of
お読
it.
みいただき誠にありがとう存じます。
I hope this is character building for Rikako that'll come up later, because otherwise, yeah, this is too much. I'm betting she's not even in the story.
それではいよいよ物語の始まりです。
Anyway, let's begin the story.
限りなく濃い霧と血煙の向こう。繰
Yeah.
り返される絶望と悲嘆の果て。
Beyond the pockets of mist and hazes of blood, at the end of the ever-repeating despair and grief.
人狼村の真実をどうかその目でご覧くださいませ。
Please come and witness the truth of the werewolf village with your own 2 eyes.
ペコリ。
Bow. Bow! Do it now, peasant.
I think that's literally as far as I played before. 5/11 Sunday. I closed in on the side of the road and killed the engine with a knife. I want to see if I can, permanently hide that stuff at the bottom? It's kind of bright and annoying. Hide buttons on. Yep, there we go. Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, you just push, like, triangle. It was steeper than I thought. My bike was on the verge of giving out, so I pushed down and deployed the kickstand. Kickstand deploy. I gotta run a 30-second ad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna hydrate in the meantime. By hydrate, I mean drink my smoothie. Because I've taken to being healthy again. Or at least trying. I'm Cool Man McCool on my motorcycle. Well, I'm lost. Okay, that's his gloves, like, off of his hands. I thought that was, like, his left hand, and he had, like, 9 fingers. I was like, whoa, that's an interesting character trait right off the bat. I just followed the road, so I figured I wouldn't get lost, but now I was in some deep shit. Now, cool it. This isn't a big deal. You've got your motorcycle. You're still cool. No one can take that away from you. I sighed, took note of the fact that I'd gotten lost in my pocket journal, and then pulled out a map. What does that mean? I got lost in my pocket journal? I just love writing down my thoughts so much while I'm on my motorcycle. Suddenly, a rush of memories flitted into my mind. Oh? Key number 4. So I'm guessing, again, with it being Raging Loop, that this will mean when I come back to the scene later after seeing whatever, like, scene number 4 is, that I'll be able to pick this one. If only we had listened to Rikako's tutorials. I don't know what to do here. Oh god, we gotta start the game over. Forget it. I earned a trophy. Lost. I somehow kept myself from remembering those things. After all, I'd gone on this trip to forget. もう。
やめやめ。目の前の現実を直視。
Enough of that. I gotta focus on what's happening now. Like being lost in the woods.
人生はシンプル。つまりこの道をごとく、真っ暗で道案内もなく、進むか返すか。考えることはそれだけ。
Life is simple, just like this road. It's dark and there aren't any guides. But that means all you gotta think about is whether you go forward or back. Going back wasn't an option in this case, so I just moved forward. Still, I wanted to know where I was, at least, so I looked down at my map. It was all Greek to me. Why'd you bother then? I brought a map with me even though I knew it was useless. I didn't bother to learn how to read it. Last time I'd seen a sign, it was still light out, meaning that I'd gotten lost after the sun had set. Sure, it was my own fault for just guessing which intersection I'd been passing through, and that had taken me 2 hours to conclude I was lost. Crazy to think that just 2 hours of aimless driving got me almost completely surrounded by mountains. 2 hours is a long fucking time. For driving?
Why did they take a Greek map with them?
I thought I was in Greece. Whoa, turns out I'm in Japan. Huh. Would a language they could speak be better? You would think. It's a map. You could just look at the symbols. They extend as far as the eye can see. If you flip this scenery upside down and shook it, it's likely even a shred of civilization would tumble out. And then they'd die, because they would be falling into an endless void. Besides the asphalt below, my sweet ride, and the lamppost above, the first one in a while, mind you, there was nothing man-made here. The pocket map I had wasn't detailed enough for me to figure out where I was.
進むか。
I'm wearing a helmet now. Guess I'll just keep driving. You mean riding? Nobody owns a motorcycle says driving. Two-stroke? Or two-cylinder motorcycle, I think? I'd go as far as I could. Worst comes to worst, I could just camp at the side of the road. Don't ride tired. Two hours later, I deeply regretted ever thinking that.
Two-stroke is my technique in the bedroom.
It takes me all of 3 seconds to be finished. Basically, camping wasn't an option. This mountain road had no side to camp on. A dump truck I'd passed barely even fit on the road. Or go into the woods. I'd also had my first close encounters with wild forest animals. I'd already seen 2 boars and 3 deer in those 2 hours alone. Oh no. I can't camp near deer. One of the deer had run parallel to my bike while intently staring at me, and I had no idea what to think of that. I think he wanted to rob me. Good thing I got the hell out of there. I felt like I could smell my fear. The deer? And did it just to make it worse. How dare that thing do that to a human? We're the kings of this planet, damn it. I have to remember to eat some venison once I come back to civilization. I would like to point out the deer are not even remotely dangerous. And they are terrified of, like, everything. Deer, you came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. He's holding, like, a pipe. He's like, psh, psh. What do you think you're doing? Pretty nice bike. Anyway. Oh, hello, Rev. Welcome. Camping out here was a bad idea. I'd end up as either roadkill or animal food. You know, those carnivorous deer. Always killing humans. And yet, I didn't back out. Why? Because I'm a pretty warped sort of guy, and I won't pretend otherwise. I'm crazy. And that was actually the reason why my once comfortable relationship had gone awry, and why I'd gone on this stupid trip. Still, despite acknowledging that, I chose to keep moving forward. It wasn't like I'd find a place to stay if I went back. I was actually starting to think that this experience might be a good conversation piece sometime down the road. Not this road, obviously. It was getting really late at this point. Where would these roads take me anyway? It'd probably be disappointing. Soon enough, the road will become flat. I was out of the mountain pass. Or the road became flat. The forest remained abundant, though, so I still didn't see much. Even so, the streetlights and signs were enough to make me feel I was again nearing civilization. Was streetlights the right expression for lights in a forest? I'd have to look that up. What? Yes? You're on the street, right? As the road grew less rugged, I realized just how exhausted I was. All this bike handling left my hands really sore, too. I really had to rest. Suddenly, I saw something unexpected. A deer with a knife jumped out into the road. Powerful, colorful, artificial lights. A casino, thank God. A convenience store? Combini? Finally, I can get some porn. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. What's it say? Something. I forget how to read them. It was next to an intersection between the road I was on and another, even thinner road that could probably support only a single car. Alcohol.tabaco. You could read the frickin' kanji? The sea of trees ended, giving room for the majestic child of our consumerist society. Yeah, that was an exaggeration. Apparently, even a damn store was a big deal for someone who just stepped out of the wild. It was called Fresh Marquet. Or Fresh Mark. Mark looking pretty fresh tonight. I only know 200 kanji, and this is one of them. That's a shit ton. Only. I'd seen several of them a few times during the day. It was probably a local franchise. The building didn't look all that old. At least the parking lot looked a lot smoother compared to the roads. It was a pretty weird place to build something like that, though. I was close to a settlement? Or did they actually make a profit off the lost travelers? Settlement is a weird way to put that. You know, like 40K. You need to know like 40K to read newspapers, for example. Good Christ. I can't even imagine learning that many. There's not even like, is there like 40,000 English words? It's for the deer, they need the smokes and beer. I just asked that or something. A local shopkeeper was bound to know what was around these parts, not to mention I was thirsty. Thirsty for knowledge about where I was. I was welcomed by a weird chime sound. Yeah, that's not the normal one. It looked like a normal convenience store. There were goods on the shelves, a counter on the left. Whoa! Is that a Rastafari? The wreck of the counter was so mean looking, it was scary. They look alright to me. She was so imposing, I wouldn't have doubted if someone told me she was in charge of some ladies' army corps. Uh-huh. Oh, I was completely off? About the kanji?
You'll say.
Hey. Is that supposed to be a greeting? It was so damn cold it actually gave me chills. Oh, about the numbers? You only employ a one-stroke technique? Was this store shadier than it appeared? Was I about to be stupidly overcharged? Was this how the place made a profit? By taking advantage of lost people and basically beating them out of their money? You're making a lot of assumptions, dude. All she said was A. Bakana. Adult Japanese person knows 2,000, university educated 3,000 to 5,000. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, actually. I could kind of imagine learning that many over, like, years and years. The one-stroke technique must be either really good or really bad. Which is it, Nebu? Is, like, one stroke all you need? Or is it, like, one stroke is all you need? Shit, that was scary. What the? This guy's a fucking coward. Clearly the Wonderland had only just begun. Woohoo! Look, you're in this game, Nebu. I sure was excited for the beating. I grew more nervous and less enthusiastic by the second. She vanished. I braced myself, but she just looked down at the magazine in her hands. Oh, so she was just a slacker. Slightly disappointed, I walked around the store. He was clearly hoping to get beaten. It was about what you'd expect. There was a small shelf with energy drinks, followed by some stationery, travel goods, sanitary stuff, etc. There were sweets that came with toys, a shelf of cup ramen and dried food, a fridge, a freezer, it all looked normal. Having to do a lot of throat clearing today. It was late, so the daily dish and packed lunch section was completely empty. Hey! Refill the damn packed lunch section. I'm hungry. The only special thing about this place was a section full of unpacked vegetables you expect to see at a greengrocer's. Number 40K is a number of words, groups of kanji. Oh. Maybe all rural convenience stores were like this? I was slightly surprised by that, but there weren't any local fine foods or anything. So all in all, it was an unremarkable store, if you ignored the clerk anyway. I took a drink and brought it to the register. Yep, she really was the highlight of this place. What kind of... I keep reading that Dirk, because of the CL looks pretty close together. What kind of clerk smokes while dealing with a customer? You're actually buying? Yes, I was actually buying. She was the clerk, and I'd be her god, the customer. 126 yen. She didn't even scan it. This exchange was at the mercy of the clerk. God is dead. I kind of like how fucking dramatic this guy is. Maybe I had to get mad at her.
ちょっといいですか?
Can I ask something? Why are you such a bitch? Huh?
実は道に迷ってしまって。
I'm kinda lost right now. I quickly turned meek.
町はどっちにあるでしょうか?
How can I find the nearest town?
あっち。
There.
いや、できれば地図とか。
Don't you have a map or something?
ない。
Nay, we don't. Man, this woman.
いや、そんなはずはないでしょ。コンビニなんて大体道聞かれるから、地図は常備してるもんでしょ。
I'm not sure I believe that. Convenience stores often get asked for directions. You must have a map handy. Oh, she's gonna get pissed at you.
知らねえよ。ないもんはね。
おとなしく来た道戻れよ。
Is that a rule? Well, we don't have one. Go back wherever you came from.
もう数時間迷ってるもんで、これ以上はちょっと。
I've been lost for a few hours now. I don't think I can keep it up for much longer. Not my fucking problem, dude.
その辺の床で寝てけ。
Well, I mean, she's offering. Go for it. Sleep on the floor or something. You know she's trouble because her eyes are hidden in shadows. She's just wearing a little hat to keep her eyes protected from the glaring fluorescent lights. It's pretty smart if you ask me. She had to be joking.
いや、お気持ちだけでいいんで、道だけちゃんと教えていただけたら。
I appreciate the sentiment, but I'd rather be on my way. I don't want you to rob me in my sleep. Are you sure you can't help?
ああ、もう、せえな。
All right. Just wait. The clerk put out her smoke in the ashtray and went to the staff-only area. She came back in no time. Finally, some expedients.
あったわ。
Oh, okay. He was not kidding about how she comes across. She does look, rather upset to be speaking to me. Found it. So she did have a map. Of course she did. Even more ill-tempered than usual, the clerk started giving me an explanation.
これがこの店。で、十字路を北へ行け。
This here's the store. Go to the north of the crossroads.
うんうん。
Ah,
しばらくしたら立教があっから渡れ。最初の分岐のとこに大岩があっからそこを右折してあとは直線。
troubles are over. We can see her eyes now. The clerk walks back with a book bound in human skin. It says, Klatu Barata Niktu. My soul is sucked into a big glowing eye on the front cover. You'll find an overpass soon enough. Cross it. When you come to a fork next to a giant boulder, turn right and head straight.
この道？
Huh? On this road?
んだよ。
What of it?
いや、この先何もなくないです。
There's nothing there.
書かれてねえだけで集落があんだよ。
There's a settlement. It's just not on the map.
うん。そこ以外なら？
Not good enough for you? Do you know any other places?
富士吉村まで行くには峠道を2時間。こっちなら30分で着く。
There's Fujiyoshi, but it's 2 hours through a mountain pass. This one's about 30 minutes away. Fujiyoshi seemed to be a village. Didn't look too far away, but the road leading to it was a huge branching mess. It was clearly just a paved mountain pass. I've had enough of those for one day. Probably just get lost again. So sleep on the floor. Dude, this is a visual novel, not an RPG.
じゃあ、こっち行ってみます。
I'll
あり
go,
がとうございます。
I'll go to that one then, thank you.
金。
Money. Oh, you're charging for information. That's smart.
はい。
Hi.
払ってねえだろ。
Oh,
茶のやつ。
you didn't pay for the tea.
ああ。じゃあ500円。
Here's 500 yen. Huh. Ding. Russell. Jingo.
なぜお釣りを無断で募金箱に入れるんですか？
Why did you put the change in the collection box without asking me?
小銭多いとうぜえだろ。
Having too many coins is a pain, ain't it? That was a hell of a line. She's right, though. Coins suck. I casually thanked her, grabbed the plastic bottle of tea. She didn't give me a bag, by the way, and left the store. This guy will take the opportunity to complain about literally anything. The floor could have used sweeping, too. Think I should call her manager in the morning. I drank the tea in the parking lot and looked up at the moon, obscured by clouds, but still bright enough to outshine the light of the convenience store. The clerk put me in a bad mood, though, so I didn't enjoy the sight. Psh, fuck the moon. I'm angry at everything. I threw the bottle into a nearby trash can and aggressively drove away. The floor is made of floor. I'm gonna complain about that, too. Following the directions, I crossed the overpass and arrived at the first fork in the road. I immediately forgot what she said and had to go back. The byway she told me about was really narrow. I wouldn't have had noticed it if it were not for the tall boulder standing there like a roadside shrine for some traveler deity. Turning carefully, I got on the road. A minute later, I found myself in an even worse wilderness than before. A veil of dead leaves covered the ground, tall grass sided the path, and the sky above was blocked by overgrown shrubs, making it feel like I was passing a wooden tunnel. Cool! That's called a mall, by the way. The road itself was a huge red flag. Yay! Thank you, Sleepy. It's a wonder why I didn't just turn around. The exchange from before might have pissed me off more than I thought. I'd rather die than go back to that convenience store. Still, I really didn't expect the road to just end. He just flies off a fucking cliff. Oh, I'm dead. It happened about 15 minutes in. What? The view ahead suddenly turned strangely dark, and a split second later, the bike tipped forward. I reflexively hit the brakes, but it was too late. I started going down a cliff. Oh, shit. I was kidding. She wanted me to die. My bike tilted downwards, and its suspension was put to the greatest test yet as we basically tumbled down to the bottom. The headlight suddenly shone on some grass, dirt and grass. I knew that I'd been flung out of my seat. This is me flatlining. Stifling a scream, I tried to work some steering and brake magic to slow down without collapsing. What? I thought you just said you've been thrown from your seat. How are you operating the brakes? But that was too big a task for a simple road bike. What's with this beat? Ba-bow, ba-bow, ba-bow. It's supposed to be a heartbeat? You could probably get like an actual heartbeat sound effect.
Air brakes, obviously.
Oh yeah, that's what air brakes are. That's why it's magic. At the bottom of the cliff, it jumped higher than ever before. The suspension couldn't handle the impact and I was launched into the air. Oh, maybe he means it was like bucking up and down, like he flew out of his seat just like a little bit. That's not really that big of a deal on a motorcycle. In fact, you kind of do that intentionally sometimes to help move the bike back and forth. A moment later, I heard a crash and felt an impact, after which came an unpleasant pain. I was not, I'd say, a huge fan of this pain. Not like it was all that bad, just, unpleasant. Yes, my head is cracked against a rock, but, yeah, I've had worse. Damn it. Darn. An accident where I was flung out like that was a first for me. The launch was really something, too. I did a 360 no-scope in the air and fell on my back. My breathing stopped for a moment, and the pain was so bad I thought all my bones shattered. My face and limbs seemed pretty fine at least. Well, I'm not going to have to quit my modeling job, that's good. Although I wasn't sure if that counted as a silver lining. I wish my face would have gotten fucked up. There was grass under my hands. I'm touching grass, hell yeah. I felt it even through the gloves. That and the smell of green made it pretty clear what I landed on. A corpse. I pushed down and my hands sunk. This grass growth was pretty hefty. It's probably the reason why I came out relatively okay. Are you in like a rice paddy? Nope. Sure, my joints creaked when I stood up, but that's just because I'm 80 years old. That has nothing to do with the accident. Aside from that, it was fine. It was really dark, so I couldn't really confirm it, but I was pretty sure I wasn't even bleeding. Hell yeah, go me. My bike, however, wasn't nearly as lucky. Its face did get fucked up. It was bleeding. Oh boy. It was lying on its side, a short distance ahead. The engine was still on. The back wheel kept on turning, making an unpleasant, fricative noise. Fricative. That's a new one. Yep, it was busted. I walked up, killed the engine. I pulled out my Glock 9. I'm sorry. Gotta put you down. This is a mercy. I killed the engine and took the key. With the headlights off, I was surrounded by absolute darkness, so I just stood and waited until my eyes adjusted. Suddenly, a gang of deer appeared from the darkness. I still couldn't see very clearly, but it looked like this actually wasn't a cliff. I was still on a road. It just wasn't paved beyond this point. Wait, so how did you crash then? It turns out I'm just really bad at riding a motorcycle. Obviously, a road bike stood no chance against an unpaved road. That woman actually tried to kill me. Zigzagging through the trees. What? She didn't know you were on a motorcycle, did she? I mean, maybe. I followed the narrow footpath deeper into the forest. I tried getting my bike up and running again, but instantly gave up. It was partially stuck in mud, so there's a risk of slipping and getting me into another accident. Maybe I had to turn around? The moment I considered that, I thought I saw a faint light ahead. That woman wasn't lying. This road led to a settlement. Was I close? I reached into my jacket's pocket, took out my phone, and opened it up. As you'd expect, I was out of range. I ran the light app and shone a light to see better. Though weak, it was better than nothing. At the very least, it helped me watch where I was going. I had no idea how long I'd been walking for. Weeks? Months? Years? How long would this hell endure? But sure enough, I could see a light beyond the shrubs. It was weaker than expected. A flashlight, perhaps? I could hear water, too. I might have been near a river.
すいません
Sumimasen! There's a light over at the Frankenstein place.
I raised my voice.
すいません誰かいませんか
Sumimasen! Anyone there? He's very whiny sounding. Still declaring my presence, I walked forward. It was late at night. Were I to bump into someone here, the scare would probably take away a few years of our lives. That was why I figured it was best for us both to let the other know we were here before that happened. However, there was no response. Could they not hear me over the rapids?
すいません
Sumimasen! I showed my light ahead and realized I'd made it to an opening. Sure enough, there was a river, or a stream, rather. I could see slightly more than I had while surrounded by trees. Straining my eyes, I saw a rocky river, beach, and the shallows. You mean a rocky stream beach? The light I'd seen was from the other side. I had died. From what I could tell, it was either a lantern or a flashlight, and it was close to the ground. Gerbil was carrying it around. Whoa. I didn't see any people, though. No one responded to my shouting, either. I wasn't excited about it, but I decided to step into the water. The cold water quickly soaked my shoes and socks. I could have taken them off, but I figured that crossing a river, stream, barefooted at midnight was a bad idea. But man, was it cold. I love complaining about everything. I put my phone back into my jacket. I needed both my hands free in case I fell. Not stopping or backing down, I walked towards the light. You know, that was actually pretty smart, putting his phone away. It suddenly became deeper. The water reached my knees now. That was too close for comfort. Feeling the bottom of my toes and balancing myself, I somehow avoided losing my footing. The flow was fiercer than I expected. If I slipped and fell, it'd probably be washed away. It suddenly hit me I was doing something really weird, but it was too late to back down. Putting my hands on the boulders and carefully checking what I was stepping on, I gradually made it to the other side. Then, with an unpleasant, wet sound in my every step, I walked up to the light. I could already see it clearly. Yep, there's a flashlight lying on the ground for some reason. Oh, that's exciting. There wasn't much space here. It was a narrow riverbank with a cliff right beside it. As you'd expect, I didn't see or sense anyone nearby. I did learn from Goku how to sense energy, and nobody was here, or they were hiding their power level. What the hell? Though old, the flashlight was working fine. The strength of the light told me the battery was pretty full. That meant someone was actually using this tonight. Or rather, until just a few moments ago. It was the most logical conclusion. It obviously wasn't left here yesterday afternoon or evening. Okay. You know what? Maybe it's a very efficient light. And yet the user was nowhere in sight. And I was near a river. Stream. Did something bad happen? Other than my feet getting wet? Did the flashlight's owner step into the stream and get swept away? That was the most likely and worst possible scenario. What? The most likely and worst possible scenario. That's a weird sentence. However, the flashlight was left there practically buried in the pebbles. It didn't seem like someone placed it there to light things up. It was the dead of night. There was no way you wouldn't notice dropping your flashlight when it was so dark. Right. The fact that the light source was left in a place like this was strange by itself. With that considered, what was going on here? What if someone heard my stupid shouting and decided to lure me in with a light so they could ambush me? It's a fucking deer! I knew it! God damn it! Where would they attack me from? Above? What the fuck? Yeah, they're gonna jump out of the trees and attack you.
こんばんは。
Konbanwa.
I heard a voice the moment I looked up. Is there banjo music? This is a good slight cliffhanger moment to take a break on. And I might as well run this stupid ad. That'll delay it a bit more. Alright, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Thanks to everybody for watching. Alright, we're back. There actually aren't any wolves in this game, there are just deer. I looked up just in time to spot a vicious and terrible were-deer emerging from the forest. The horrible green liquid stained his teeth, where he had just been mercilessly chomping on the grass that he had freshly killed. I thought for a moment I shouldn't be worried, but then I remembered I'm half vegetable on my mother's side. My mother was a cucumber. The were-deer looked at me with a horrible hunger in his eyes. Where the heck is my... There we go. I heard a voice the moment I looked up. The rock cliff was actually made up of several boulders. There was a face peeking from behind one of them.
こんばんは。
こんばんは。
あー、人だ。びっくりした。
びっくりした. That means like, you surprised me. What, you know, how it says right there. That was my line. What a jerk.
悪いんだけど、それ取ってもらえます？
Sorry, could you pick that up for me?
The voice was feminine. Only expected deers here. Maybe she is a deer, we don't know. I finally realized what was going on. What is going on?
落としたってわけですか。
So you dropped this? I picked up the flashlight and pointed at the source of the voice.
やん。
Ah!
A high-pitched voice, slender hands shielding the light. Was you surprised by AMC because you only expected deers? That's actually probably accurate. Sure enough, it was a young woman.
眩しいな。
It's so bright.
失礼。ちなみに、こっちはこういうものですが。
Oh, sorry. This is me, by the way. What? I'm me. Nice to meet you, me. I mean, nice to meet you, you. Wait, nice to meet me, you.
怖いです。下から照らさない。
That's creepy. You're creepy. Don't shine it up from below like that.
実は、当方道に迷っており。
I'm actually a bit lost.
You don't say. I think maybe the fact that you were traipsing around in the stream might be an indication of that. Unless you're like fishing.
だとすると、割と究極的に迷ってますよ。
I think a bit is something of an understatement then.
Yeah, thought as much.
ここって、人里です。
Is this a settlement?
No, this is a forest.
難しい質問だな。
That's a difficult question.
とりあえず、助けてもらえないかと。
Can you help me out at least?
助ける？
Help? There's no helping you. Where do you think you are? There's no help coming for you. I'm sorry.
雨露しのげて、野生動物がいなければ何でもいいんで。
I just need a place to hide from the rain and wild animals, that's all.
Oh, you mean from the deer? Yeah, real scary.
Standing on a boulder, the young woman made a pensive face.
じゃあ、打ちきます？
Damn, alright, there we go. Time to practice our two-stroke technique.
Wanna come to my place?
And that was the conclusion she'd arrived at. Her face told me that she was 100% serious. Hell yeah. Place. My place. By that, she surely meant a house. A settlement. You're really harping on about the settlement
頼
thing.
んどいてなんですが、遠慮を忘れてすがりたい程度には
Can
切羽
I?
詰まってるんですが。
Is your mom gonna be okay with that? Oh, she's out of town? Oh, shit. Yeah, let's order a fucking pizza and play Monopoly. Oh, wait, you have Mario Party? Fuck, let's do that. I know I asked for help and all that, but I'm actually desperate enough not to hold myself back. I would not say that. I would not say that to a woman you just met who offered to give you shelter at her home. I don't know if I can hold myself back. But yeah, let's go to your place.
男として？
Oh, fuck! She picked up on that too.
Huh? As a man?
Gotta go now, I'll probably watch a VOD later. Oh, thank you so much! And thank you for stopping by. Have a good day, or night, or whatever it is. Bye!
いや違う。一個の生命として 数時間迷った挙句バイクでこけて心身ともに限界ってわけです。
Yes, I mean no. As a living being, I spent the last few hours aimlessly driving around only to fall off my bike. Yeah, I'm kinda dumb. I'm dead tired and I'm at my wit's end here. Someone did offer to let me spend the night at the convenience store, which, you know, they probably had air conditioning, warmth, a bathroom, companionship, like maybe she would have talked to me, food. Nope, I decided to leave and drive off into the woods at 4 in the morning.
あらら
Ah la la.
なら見捨てるのもどうよって感じじゃないです
Oh
一個の
dear.
生命として
And what kind of living being would I be if I just abandoned you? A smart one. See ya.
And so I was saved. Oh, the beauty of living beings looking out for each other. Do you mean human beings? Because those wild boar are living beings too.
じゃあ手いいです
Anyway, your hand, please. We require a ritual sacrifice. Huh?
そこ一人じゃ登れないでしょ
You can't climb up on your own, yeah. Too weak.
True, honestly, I didn't even realize I'd have to. Meeting another person filled me with relief, which was followed by a sudden wave of fatigue. It wasn't crippling, though. Oh, no. I'm much stronger than that. Definitely wasn't crippling. And now the deer living doesn't really cover them. They're kind of like already dead because we're gonna kill them for meat. She extended her left hand, so I grabbed it with my own left. Yes. Her slender fingers were stronger than I expected. She broke my wrist. The girl's name was Chiemi Serizawa. Serizawa. Just gonna call her Emmy for short, right? That's a good idea. I asked if she was related to the Shinsengumi guy, but she said that her family just adopted the name at some point during the Meiji period. I guess that means something to somebody. She was a 21-year-old who went to a college far away from here. This was her hometown, and she was spending her post-exams vacation here. We chatted about stuff like that once she led me out of the rocky ravine. There was actually a proper path, so the rock climbing was pretty pointless. But I was too focused on my footing to comment. What, she just wanted to, like, wear me out? I guess he's some famous person. She related to an island? No. I mean, yes. The Tsunagasu, We'll return to that later. Again and again and again. She told me about herself as soon as we'd reached solid ground.
ちなみにそちらは
And what about you?
名前は房石春明。東京で大学院生やってます。
I'm Haruki Fusaishi, a graduate student in a Tokyo college.
あ、じゃあちょっと年上
Ah, so you're a bit older.
24だから芹沢さんと3つ違いかな。
I'm
で
24,
もまあ同世代でしょ。
so 3 years. I'd say we're in the same age range. We're not too old to date. The game that never ends. Yes, it still didn't technically end. We didn't actually beat it.
ちえみでいいですよ敬語とかもいらないです
Yeah, so don't you dare be formal with me.
じゃあ僕も呼び捨てタメ口がいいな。
Alright, then you can be casual with me too. It's kind of bizarre to me, like the very, very different, cultures. Like, you wouldn't have to say this to somebody in America, like, at all. You wouldn't have to be like, hey, I give you permission to be casual.
ですか
Deska?
女の子に親しくされてるみたいで嬉しいからね。
Yeah, I like it when girls are friendly with me. Please don't be mean.
なるほど実は私も堅苦しいの苦手なんでじゃあ遠慮なく
Well, I know what you mean. I don't like stiff socializing either. Sure, I'll treat you like a friend.
どうぞどうぞ。ちなみにまだ結構遠い？
Wouldn't have it any other way. That aside, are we there yet? You're so slow. think the equivalent is hello, Mr. Smith. Oh, you can call me John. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Although I can't imagine people in, like, a rural America would do that.
そうでもないかな。もう5分くらい頑張りましょい。
Not quite. We're like 5 minutes away. Hang in there, Chief. Scottsdale.
What a lively girl. You could tell she was used to people. Why is she out here at like 4 a.m.?
ただ、足元に気をつけて、明かりだけ見て。
Also, watch your step and focus on just the light. Don't look around you at the dead body. I mean, trees.
何かあるの？
Any reason?
この辺、石ころだらけで危ないんだ。
There are loads of pebbles here. It's dangerous.
The moment she said that, I stumbled on a rock that was too big to be called a pebble.
あと、今夜はずいぶん暗いしね。
It's pretty dark tonight. What with the full moon and all.
I couldn't even see the moon anymore. Nodding in agreement, I focused on following the light in her hand.
ちょっと待っててもらえます？着替えちゃうんで。
I gotta change. Wait here a second.
I took a hint from Ikeda and I busted in while she was changing. And so I did just that. Given this was a mountain settlement, I expect some old wooden house, but she actually lived in an apartment block. It was too dark to get a good look at it. All I could see were the cheap-looking walls, like you'd expect from some old boarding house for students. Gross. I have to sleep here? I'm walking back to the fucking convenience store. Screw this. Also, she lived on the second floor in room 202. I'd heard some raindrops as we were climbing the rusty stairs, but now it was really pouring. Oh, hello! I forgot how to say the name. Labal? Raiding with a party of 2. Chill Demon Raid! Hell yeah! How are you doing today? Welcome! It's good to see ya. Just Laba. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh! I hate you so much.
I love your
I hate
voice.
myself even more.
And the avatar is adorable. Yeah, hello, Luna. Chill Demon Raid. How you doing? Welcome. So you're playing Storybook Brawl. Oh, thank you for the follow, Luna. Oh, is that like, I feel like that's one of those, like, Smash Brothers style fighting games. My voice is terrible. No, it isn't. It was adorable. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, it's a card game. How'd it go? You enjoying it? Between that, the darkness, and the large tree right next to the building, it was nearly impossible to see what was going on outside. I hate it. Oh, you shouldn't. I know I love his voice too. Yeah. You should be proud of it. It's really good, actually. It's a good voice. And I only heard you say that one thing. It felt like I was all alone in a world of nothing but the walls, the door, and the fluorescent lamp above my head. By the way, I'm Emi Akina. I mostly play visual novels, and this is a very, like, chatty, chill stream, so even though I'm reading a story, you can feel free to hang out and say whatever you want, talk. I will read all the chats, usually respond. So don't think just because I'm reading that you can't talk. Please do. Or you can just watch. Whatever you want to do is fine. It made me feel somewhat helpless. I distracted myself from that by imagining her changing. What did I say? I decided not to imagine it anymore. I peeked through the window. Eventually, the door opened up. Yeah, we usually make bad puns about the games. Indeed, especially if Gantz is here.
お待たせ。上がって。
Omatase. Sorry about the wait. Come in.
You know, I don't know. Does she look any better? Worse? Oh, smile, she showed herself, now wearing sports clothes. This was kinda exciting. What? What is exactly exciting about her wearing sports clothing? Luckily I ate while streaming, so we're just gonna chill here. Awesome! I'm glad to have you. Is it exciting,
何に
Nebu?
もないでしょ
Look at this place. It's completely empty, huh?
何にもないね。
Why do I live here?
Yep.
でも冷蔵庫の中はほら
But get a load of what's in the fridge. A human head. Pretty wild, huh? I collected this off the last stranger who came through. Hold on. Let me get the chainsaw.
素晴らしい。
Magnificent.
飲みますか
Let's drink.
Oh, she's getting you drunk already.
やったぜ。
Hell yeah. Yeah, her place was really empty. Almost like maybe she doesn't actually live there. Like she just got some beer and food from the convenience store and then broke in. Hello, Al. So went from 0 to 60 fast. It did, right? I'm very, very suspicious of this woman. Just in time for the steamy scene. You know, you might be right. She used a spade because it's more personal and she can snack while harvesting. I hope you're not right. Or maybe are. It was just a small room with a low table in the middle and a fridge near the door and a large duffel bag deeper in. I'm telling you, she doesn't live here. There were 2 old-looking bookshelves too, but they were completely empty. I wasn't bothered one bit though. I'm dumb. Any girl's room was a wonderland to me.
じゃあ大変だった春明さんにお疲れ様
Anyway, you went through some big trouble, so I'll drink to you. Remember that bitch from the convenience store? Man, I thought she was gonna tear you a new asshole. Oh, how did I know about that? I'm a guess. Just a guess.
A large duffel bag, perfect for carrying clothing. Yes.
地獄で出会った仏様に乾杯。
And I'll drink to you for helping me out. You're a real saint, right? We opened up our cans, knocking them together, and downed them. Oh, she's knocking her cans together? That was fast. Hey, it was actually good. The pleasant bitterness and the refreshing carbonation made for a good combo. You know, like beer.
美味しいこのためだけに生きてる
Wow, so good. I live for this.
その若さ
You're
で
gonna
それはない
die
でしょ
for
う。
this.
Come on, you're too young to say that.
言い過ぎた愛や将来にもまだ絶望してません
Yeah, you're right. I'm not despairing for my future love life yet.
ところが就活という影が迫る。
You hear that? It's the sound of job hunting. It's a coming here fast. Yeah, bread soda. DM lemon chub. 2 beer. Oh wait, Toga beer? Toga beer.
いややめてせっかくのビールがまずくなる
Nah, yamete. Now don't say that. You'll ruin my beer.
Oh no, is right. She left and took a huge sip. It was pretty clear she could hold her drink. That aside, something really bothered me. You know, like, does she actually live here?
お誘いに乗っておいてなんだけど。
This might be a bit late for this, but can I ask you something?
何
Nani?
Her cheeks were already red. Maybe she didn't handle her liquor as well as I thought. She had a well-featured face, and I didn't think it was wrong to consider her beautiful. Sure, her clothes weren't the least bit sexy, but I could tell she had some makeup on.
僕は完全に正体不明の自称迷い人だよね。
To you, I'm just some stranger who says he's lost, right? Yeah, but you look kind of like Leon Kennedy, so it's probably okay.
そうね
Yep.
君は年頃の女性。今は深夜。ワンルームの密室で男と二人っきり。 その上アルコールまで入ってしまった。
And you yourself are a young woman who invited that stranger into an enclosed space and started getting drunk.
おお、
Oh, you figured it out, huh? Shit. Well, good thing I got a gun ready.
This guy is sus? I feel like this woman is sus.
身の危険を感じたりとかは？
Don't you think this is dangerous?
Don't you? It's how I pull in all my prey.
Just let her get drunk and have a good time? We'll see. She kept gulping down the drink as she formulated a response. The very fact that I could just watch her do that made this a pretty risky situation, and yet...
あんまりないかな。
I wouldn't say so.
それは。
But... yeah, like playing Monopoly. Now we're gonna play Mario Party 2 on the N64.
芹沢千恵美クイズ。
Time for a Chiemi Serizawa quiz.
But you don't know anything about her.
イエーイ。
Oh, he sounds really enthusiastic. Yay!
問題。ふと気づいたら低層が瀬戸際にもかかわらず、芹沢千恵美は特に身の危険を感じない。なぜでしょう？
Excuse me?
Get that bitch some water. Here's the question. My virginity is threatened, yet I don't feel like I'm in danger. Why?
'Cause you're going to sleep with me willingly? This is not gonna be good. No, I don't think it is. What a fun girl. Dude! Do you have no survival instinct? This is obviously very, very weird. This only made me like her more, increasing the danger even further.
質問 OK?
Am I allowed to ask questions? First question, what the fuck? Because you're crazy?
Sure.
僕のことがいい人っぽいという答えはなしでいいかな。
Can I just assume it's not because I look like a good guy? Please tell me I look like a bad boy. It's a trap. I think so.
悪い人に見えるってわけじゃないけど。
Someone is thinking with the wrong head.
女の子に
yeah.
してそうだし。
You're almost definitely right.
Well, I don't think you look like a bad guy, but no, I doubt you're good either. You look experienced with women, for one.
Okay, so other than this being creepy, the only other real explanation I can think of is that she lives in this town and she's like very, very lonely. So she's just like, oh my god, a fucking human, interaction. He's gonna be losing his head. That unintentional compliment showed that she actually did see me as a potential danger.
考えられる回答は大きく2つ。想定外だが何が起きても問題ない。もしくは想定通り。
There are two types of answers to this. Either you expect nothing bad to happen, but wouldn't be bothered if it did, or you actually want something to happen.
ふむ
Huh?
前者はいろいろ考えられるかな。例えば、ちえみちゃんが何かやけっぱちになっていて、どうにでもなれって場合。
I can think of several situations for the former. For example, you're actually on the edge and don't care about what happens.
あるいは十分な自衛手段がある。実は護身術の達人で僕なんか軽く乗せるとかね。
Or maybe you're just confident you can defend yourself. Maybe you know martial arts and can easily kick my ass. Dude, are you now implying that you're going to attack her?
わあ、論理的。春秋さん理系だね。
Whoa, so logical. Let me guess, you're a scientist.
まあそうかな。一方で後者、つまりこの状況が君の想定通りって場合は。
Well, I guess you could say that. Now for the latter. If you intend for something to happen, then...
例えば、私がエロエロですとか
I'm a thirsty perv or something.
Wow, talk about not mincing words. Kind of like the way my body is about to be minced. And not in a fun way.
酔っ払ってきたな。他 他には何があるでしょう。
I blame the booze. So what else is there, big boy?
Indeed, what other reason could a woman have to bring a stranger into her home? You don't want to know. You don't want to answer that question. You don't want to know. I mean, to like work on to carry something heavy to the attic, maybe. It would surely be something non-standard like murder.
僕の存在が君の利益になる例。
You want to use me somehow.
例えば、アリバイ工作。君がここにいたと、後日僕が証言することで、君が有利になる。
For example, setting me up as an alibi. I could be useful to you by attesting that you were here.
おお、ちゃっかり利用するわけだ。
Whoa, that's so shrewd. How did you guess?
あるいは、ちえみちゃんが恐るべき殺人鬼で、僕を酔っ払わせてぶっ殺す。
Or maybe you're a serial killer who brought me here just to get me drunk and kill me.
はあ、ヤマンバ。いいね。ブッシュブッシュ殺しちゃう。
Whoa, I'm some evil mountain witch now. Sounds great. I'll kill you real good.
Splosh, splash? I don't know what sploosh, sploosh. What kind of sound effect was that? It's crazy you've gotten two powerful Lenovo's in less than 2 years for $5. That's amazing. I used to get some stuff like that. I worked for like a computer repair place, and we would occasionally get stuff that that they were just gonna throw away, and I could take it. Nothing that great though. Nothing like actually
ち
modern.
なみに前提で出た2つのケースの他に1つあるよ。
By the way, you forgot another case.
あれ抜けてた
I did?
うん。私がとってもいい人で、春明さんを助けてあげたい一心だっていうケース。
Yep, I could be just a really good person who simply wants to help you.
No, nobody wanna help me. Was it time for me to be ashamed of my filthy mind? Probably not.
いやでもそれで自分が襲われるかもって考えたら
But wait, is that really important enough to risk being assaulted?
おお、襲うって言っちゃったよこの人。
Oh, you're thinking of assaulting me?
Have you met me? Well, only just barely.
一般論ね
I'm just talking in general, you know, the cliche scenario. Oh yeah, everybody knows that scenario, where a woman invites you over and you assault her. She stopped talking and turned red. It was so cute that I thought she was actually doing it on purpose. Man, she was drunk. And here we are, just on our second cans. Almost like she's faking it.
じゃあこういうのは止めないともっとひどいことになる。それはさすがに忍びないなとか。
Well, how about this? If I don't let you stay here, something even worse would happen and I'd feel bad. Feel real bad. Those deer would kill you.
ごめんもうちょっと詳しく
Care to elaborate?
この辺りには怖い野生動物が出ます。
I was right.
明日にはこの人はズタズタに引き裂かれてしまうかもしれません。
There's some scary wild animals around here. You might have gotten torn up and eaten.
このまま見捨てたらとても寝覚めの悪い思いをするかもしれません。
Imagine getting drunk on fermented bread. That's what they do in prison. I think, right? They take bread and make wine out of it.
That left a bad taste in my mouth, so I figured I'd just let you stay instead.
なるほどリスクと善意を天秤にかけるってわけかこれは想定外
I see, so you're balancing risk and goodwill. Didn't expect that.
想定外か。この人だいぶ悪い人なんじゃないかって気がして。
Really now? You got any idea how much of a bad guy you seem now?
Yes, I do. What do you think? Does it suit me? You might have left a bad taste in my mouth when I tore you up and ate you. You might be right.
そう
Huh? I do?
だって善意を選択肢に入れる前に殺人鬼とかアリバイとかエロエロとかさ。
I mean, you assumed I was a thirsty perv, a serial killer, or needed an alibi before considering that I was just a nice person.
ヘロエロは君が言い出したんでしょうが
You're the one who brought up the perv thing.
そうだったっけ？で、 答えは？
Details, details. So, what's the right answer?
これって単なるバカ話じゃないの？
Huh? We're not just messing around?
正解者には素敵なプレゼント。不正解者はブッシュブッシュ殺します。
Get it right and I'm giving you a nice present. Get it wrong and you're dead. Splosh, splosh.
Seriously? Oh shit. Can we save? We could save. Not that it might not matter whether we can save or not. Because you probably just loop back again. It's not her duffel bag. It's from her last friend. Alright, what do we want to do? Feel guilty if you let me. I kind of want to go with you're a thirsty perv just to see what'll happen. To see if she's like, yes, I am. Let's get to that PG-13 CG, huh? Hell yeah!
Ding, ding, ding. You're right. Woohoo!
まるでエッジ漫画のような展開。正解おめでとう。さあ、かかってこい。
Omedetou! It's like a porn manga. Congratulations. Now bring it on.
だが待ってほしい。迷った先で好都合な展開というのは物語上明らかに後々ガクッと落とすための前振りである。
Hold on. I know how the story goes. People who get lost and stumble upon something good never end up well.
あ、確かに。狐に化かされたとか、亡霊、つまり私にたたり殺されたりとか、シャレにならない病気移されたりとか。
Oh, that's true. You could be getting tricked by a fox. I might be a ghost out to curse you to death. Or maybe you're about to catch some bad disease. It's the last one. Just, putting it out there. It's the last one.
そうそ
Exactly.
テレレレレ、テレレレレ、テレレレレテテレレレレ。さあ、世にも奇妙な扉を開こうぜ。
Now come, let's open this path and see where it goes.
う。やめとく。
Shut up now, you fucking wet blanket! I swear to God, every friggin' visual novel protagonist is always like as thirsty as if they lived in like a fucking desert for the last 20 years, and then as soon as there's someone propositions them, they're like, no, I'm gonna suddenly play it coy.
ガーン。
Oh no!
Anyway, this girl was actually pretty sharp. She really had a way with words and knew how to capitalize on it. It almost felt like she was implying that I couldn't let my guard down just because I was a guy. I admitted she was pretty damn attractive, but I felt like it had been more fun just talking about loot and stuff than acting on it. No, it wouldn't. You fucking moron. Game over. Oh, alright, so we arrived at the next day successfully.
She does sound like a kitsune.
What does a kitsune sound like? The last thing I remember was our little, when was the last time you pissed yourself while sleeping talk? I had to tell her about the time I got so drunk I wet my pants in the middle of the boarding house. That was last week. She laughed so hard she started frothing at the mouth and passed out. Oh, she died of cyanide poisoning. Huh. How'd that happen? I woke up with a splitting headache. An axe was sticking into my skull. Ah, man. Morning already. Light poured in through the frosted window. I pulled up my phone and checked the time. 7 in the morning. I got to sleep somewhere between 2 and 3, which probably wasn't quite enough sleep. At least I didn't wake up to some horror movie scene. The building wasn't in ruins, and the girl wasn't actually a skeleton. Oh, in a way, this might have been worse. Oh, is she gonna throw up on me? She was spread out on the floor on the other side of the mini table. Her breathing was mixed with some weird gurgling sounds. I hesitantly looked at her. That saint that saved me from hell, from the hell I was in last night, had puked in the middle of her sleep. What was I supposed to do here? I don't know, be a decent person and help her? As a guest, I really couldn't be too harsh on her.
ちえみちゃん
Jimmy-chan.
She wasn't waking up. Well, I just do what little I could. There, that should be good enough. I gave her a bath and changed her. I'd used tons of toilet paper to clean up her mess and flush it down the toilet. It left a stain on the floor, but it was dirty to begin with, so whatever. I'd even wet her towel and cleaned her face. Even then, she showed no signs of waking up. Some of it was on her hair and clothes, but I figured it was best if she took care of that herself.
ちえみちゃん
Jimmy-chan.
朝
Good morning.
The first hint of consciousness so far today.
Did you check her pulse?
Well, no, she's obviously a monster and is going to have one anyway, so that's not going to help.
ちょっと出ておくから
I'll be leaving for a bit, like forever. Without waiting for a response, I walked to the entrance. She'd have to take a shower and change and all that, so I'd kill time outside. I stepped into my still damp shoes with my bare feet. My socks were in the washing machine with the towel she gave me to wipe my legs, and reached for the doorknob. I opened the door, was greeted by a gust of wind. The raindrops gathered on the leaves to the next of the building flew right into my face, making me grimace. Fucking water, ugh. The rain from last night was already over. The sky was pretty clear, but despite that, I noticed the visibility of my surroundings was poor. The building was surrounded by leaves. Gross, I hate nature. I listen for all the different types of birds. They sound very, very much like the ones here. Yeah, we have that one. Huh. I wonder if they actually made this in Japan. Like, or this sound effect. The old structure was basically buried in a forest of trees, about as tall as itself. There were branches poking into the exposed hallway. It almost felt like they'd reach out and grab me if I wasn't careful. Kind of felt like I was in an overgrown ruin. You don't say. Did we die? Not yet. I turned around and saw the room and Chiemi just as I left them. Yep, it was all real. I closed the door. There were other rooms in this building, which made me wonder if they were occupied. Hell, I wondered the same... Excuse me. That's what I get for drinking my friggin' smoothie. There's always little bits in it. That somehow make their way to the back of my throat and just kind of stick there. I pushed the branches aside to see if there were other buildings nearby. Suddenly, something entered my vision. Oh, it is her. It didn't feel right. It felt like she was about to give me a very long-winded tutorial that I didn't need. I had to get out of there, quickly. I already knew how to play this game. Something that shouldn't have been there. The leaves I moved revealed a woman clad in curious clothing. The moment I recognized her as such, she opened her closed eyes. Did our eyes meet? Was this love at first sight? Another strong wind. I shielded my face from the spray of raindrops. When I looked outside again, the woman was nowhere in sight. Was that an illusion, or did she simply walk away? If not, then what? What kind of place was this? An apartment building? It could have been a real Hicksville, a marginal village, a bunch of actual ruins, or an illegal settlement. Illegal? It's raining now? Oh no, it rained last night, so there was like... water on the leaves. I had some theories. That one that's like... That's like a brown... thrush? I forget the name. I had some theories, but I set them aside for now. It seemed like a place worth exploring regardless. I went down the stairs and found no sign of the woman, or anyone else for that matter. A short distance away from the building, I turned around, and sure enough, it was pretty much covered in trees. I went to the place where I saw the woman. There are footprints in the grass here. Maybe I'd find her if I followed them? They led me to an open area. Totally want to go in there. Seems like a great idea. It was unused, but looked like someone was trying to do something with it. Was it supposed to be a construction site? What do you do something with it? Looks like they're trying to spruce it up to make it a lovely summer home. Even if it was clearly abandoned. There were huge rocks and a lot of sediment near a prefab. From what I could tell, there had been a giant landslide to force them to stop construction. The fact that plant growth was still minimal meant that they had happened fairly recently. The footprints seemed to be going down the hill next to the site. Following them, I finally saw something that could be called civilization. There was a set of paddy fields with houses nearby. So this actually was a settlement. What a relief. Is it going to be Hinamizawa? I decided to keep following the footprints and approach the settlement. You're not going to ever see the houses. I'm just going to tell you that they're there. I came across another unpaved path that was clearly used by people and cars. It was lined with weeds and bushes reaching up to my waist. It was home to caterpillars and grasshoppers, among other things. I also found spiders, worms, some of those real roly bugs, beetles, grasshoppers. Let me go on and on about what insects I could find. Oh God. I was kidding. Spiders were no exception. There was no shortage of insects here, so it was a good place for a net. There was also lizards. I saw a deer again. I wasn't particularly scared of spiders, but I didn't like them either, at least. I liked them either. At least they were just harmless orb weavers. Oh my God, orb weavers are fucking scary. They're huge, and they make huge fucking webs, and then they sit right at the center of them. And then you run into them as a kid, and the spider ends up right on your face. This deer had an AR, so it must have wound up in the USA. Regardless, I avoided these bushes just in case, and I followed the path like the good city boy I was. That's not gonna help with an orb weaver. They literally, they make their web like in the most open area they can. There was a large boulder surrounded by grass. It was strangely tall, making it look like it was put there by people. On its dewy surface, there was a gray tree frog, ready to go after the many insects scattered about. Let me go on and on about the the fauna in this area. I've had huge ones in my backyard. Yeah. Like they're cool, but they are very creepy. I walked a bit further and came across a house with a small field nearby. The field's location made it safe to assume it belonged to the inhabitants. If there were inhabitants anyway, I couldn't see anyone. And just like always, there was grass everywhere. Puh, fucking grass. Ew, they should pave this whole place. There was another boulder standing next to the house, and it was obviously placed there by human hand. Okay. This game is going to go somewhere other than boulders and insects at some point. What was the point? Was it a monument or something? The footprints continued into the field. The wet mud on the field was full of small, young, but healthy-looking rice plants. I would know. I plant rice for a living. If you ignored the standing boulders in the area, the place looked like a normal farming village. So I guess the boulders are really important. Otherwise he wouldn't keep mentioning them. It's like Chekhov's boulder. I was both relieved and worried at the same time. When I saw, there weren't any other buildings besides the ones in the settlement. Everything beyond was just mountains, meaning this place was completely isolated. And I was a complete outsider. There was no way things would go well if I ran into a random local. Why? They'd just be like, "You ain't from these parts. Time to kill you for no reason." I belatedly crouched to hide myself a bit. It's probably best for me to go back. Chiemi might have been looking for me. Suddenly, I heard a sound. So it's supposed to be very close to, like, the Westminster bells? Right? Is it gonna keep going? I looked for its source and found a speaker on a wooden utility pole in the middle of the plaza. A morning broadcast? I never heard this tune before. It was cheerful at first, but at some parts it seemed really dark. Yeah, that does sound kind of dark, doesn't it? I found it unsettling. Oh, it was a gun! You've been shot, and now you're dead. Perplexed, I stopped walking, and what happened next made me hide myself. Hey look, houses. And a boulder. There was a person in the area densely surrounded by houses. But they weren't normal. What the fuck? What was with that appearance? Why are they wearing panties on their face? Pervert? Welcome to our cult. We appreciate your visit. And please hold while one of our sacrificial associates gets to you. Gets to you with a knife and pitchfork. What was that on her face? But... oh, I see they had that same transparency problem. I wonder if they made this in Ren'Py. So that was a problem that I had with layering. You see how you could see her face as she faded away? I had that problem in Ren'Py that was very hard to fix. That if you use layered sprites and you want them to fade, sometimes they don't fade all at once. Although she was a fair distance away, I could see an old woman with some sort of cloth over her face shakily walk out from between the buildings. Oddly enough, there were boulders even there. Even weirder was the fact that she walked up to one of them, lightly joined her hands and bowed her head before it, her face still hidden. Then all was silence. Actually, it looked like she was revering it. To me, it looked like she was praying to it. This was bad. Really bad. Why? Why is this bad? Someone is doing something slightly out of the ordinary in this very rural village that I definitely don't belong in. This is bad. I'd wandered into a settlement with a unique culture, to put it lightly. Forget causing trouble, an outsider to me could get killed here. I just turned around and ran for it. What a fucking weirdo. I dashed up the hill, past the house, through the construction site, to the right back of the apartment building. Jamie looked like a relatively reasonable person. Maybe she could tell me what was up. She's wearing the panties on her face, too. It just hit me that that the way she described this place was somewhat weird. She basically said it wasn't normal, hence, weird.
あるいは、ちえみちゃんが恐るべき殺人鬼で、僕を酔っ払わせてぶっ殺す。
Or maybe you're a serial killer who brought me here just to get me drunk and kill me.
はあ、ヤマンバ。いいね。ブッシュブッシュ殺しちゃう。
Whoa, some evil mountain witch now. Sounds great. I'll kill you real good. Sploosh, sploosh.
Yeah, way. What if she was actually the bait they used to lure outsiders here? Pretty hot. Eventually, the broadcast stopped. Chiemi still hadn't come out of her room. She didn't respond even when I knocked or called out to her. I didn't have to worry about this, right? It just made my inexplicable unease grow worse. But this was a trap. Why was I in a dangerous situation? Wait, what do you mean by inexplicable unease? You realize that's a word, right? That has meaning? Inexplicable means you can't explain it. pretty sure you can explain your unease really easily. I had to talk to her. If she was a normal person, anyway. She's not. Maybe my best option was to run away right now. I wouldn't know where to run. I couldn't remember the path we'd taken here. I was pretty sure we went uphill, so maybe I had to go down? If I avoided the settlement and went back to the mountain stream, I could escape by following the wild roads. That was my best option, even with the difficulties considered. Thankfully, I had taken my bag with me. I took out a 5,000 yen note and put it in Chiemi's newspaper box. It was payment for last night's beer. $50 worth of beer? Good God. The moment I turned around to take my leave, the door to the room next to the staircase opened slightly with a creak. I was murdered. I saw an eye glaring at me through the gap. Ah! Her high-pitched scream pierced my eardrums. I'm deaf. I screamed too, scared shitless, and ran for it. Suddenly, I stepped onto the wet hallway floor at a bad angle. I fell. Thud, thud, thud.
Haru-chan! どうした?
Dosta? Haru-chan, what's wrong?
ああ、誰このおっちゃん。
These people need voices? Maybe.
Whoa, who's this old guy?
あなた、誰ですか?
Oh, who are
って
you?
いうか、大丈夫ですか?
Are you alright?
The reasonable sounding voice prompted me to shake off the pain and raise my head. Okay. Is that a school uniform? There were two boys in formal-looking school uniforms. Okay.
大丈夫ですか?
Are you alright?
He repeated the question.
ああ、
Yeah,
ちょっと驚いただけで。
I was just startled.
おっちゃん、ちえねえの友達？
Are you friends with Chieni?
Chieni?
ああ、ちえみちゃんのことか。
Oh, you mean Chiemi-chan, not Chieni. Stupid, get it right.
大学のお知り合いですか? お知り合いが来るなんて
Are
聞いて
you
なかった
afraid of her from college? She didn't tell us anyone was visiting.
いや、いろいろあって助けられたんだ。怪しいものじゃないんだ。怪しく見えるだろうけど。
Oh, I just got into some trouble and she helped me out. There's nothing shady about me. I promise you, I am not dangerous or weird. Though I know that's hard to believe.
怪しいな、おっちゃん。
He really is, old man.
どうすればいいのかな。とりあえず、名前は房石春明と言います。
Ah, man, how do I handle this? Anyway, my name's Haruaki Fusuashi.
僕は織部安永です。こっちは鴨志田近持。
I'm Yugadaga Oribe. This is Chikabochi Kamoshida.
モッチーだ。
Just Mochi is fine.
Good to know. If I called him that, maybe he'd stop calling me old man. I was only 24.
それでこっちが。はるちゃん何してんの?
And this is... Arrowchad, what are you doing?
だって知らない人が。
We don't know him.
Apparently this Haruchan was a person who'd looked at me through the gap in the door and screamed.
とりあえず大丈夫そうだから出ておいでよ。
Please leave safe, come out. A moment later, she slammed the door shut. After a few more moments of hesitation, she opened it again. And then she slammed it shut again. It's a Girl Scout? This is an interesting look, to be sure. He's not a deer, it's okay. Whoa. She looked like a student too, except her fashion sense was exceptionally flashy.
あなた、誰ですか?
Look at all that flair. She definitely works at Tchotchkes.
Who are you?
房石春明と言って、この近くでバイクで事故って、芹沢千恵美さんに助けられたんだ。
My name's Haruaki Fusashi. Yes, I can't remember how to pronounce my own name. I crashed my motorbike nearby. Do you like a man who rides a motorcycle and crashes it in the woods? And Chiemi Serizawa-san helped me out. By which I mean we got drunk together and I implied I was going to assault her.
それってもしかして 昨日の夜 CNA の部屋に
I'm trying to do a voice that's not working. Are you saying you spent the night in her room? That'll do.
止めてもらった。
Oh yeah, I did. She cut my words short with her ear-piercing shriek.
通りで騒がしかったと思った。何？
And that's why it was noisy. What were you thinking?
女性の家に不潔。
You're not supposed to enter an unmarried girl's room. It's indecent.
ああ、うん。それはその通りで、僕もちょっと躊躇はしたんだけど、ちえみちゃんが親切で。
Yeah, I was hesitant too, but Chiemi-chan was kind enough to let me in and get drunk.
ちえみちゃん？あれなれしい。それじゃあもしかして CNA が出てこないのって。
You acting like you've known her your whole life. Wait, she's not getting out. She's not getting out? Don't tell me you.
ドアに5000円挟んであるじゃ。
Oh, that was a bad idea.
There's a 500 note in the door.
I don't know about ear shattering. That's actually kind of an adorable scream.
夫妻さん。
Don't tell me you.
違う。
You repaid her for the beer? How could you?
そのお返しで。
That was a gift. No. She gave me lots of booze. I'm paying back for that.
CNA の体が5000円ってそんな安いわけないでしょ。
TD's body is worth way more than that.
Says you.
ただれてるな。
How dissolute.
The hell are these kids saying?
ああ、君、助けてくれないか。
He doesn't look very happy. Hey, can you help me out?
初対面で女性の部屋でお酒を飲んだんですか？そして知恵姉は出てこない。
You drank with the girl you just met, and she's not coming out. Crap! I had no allies here.
一体何？
Oh, there she is.
What's going on?
And so the subject of the conversation joined in.
おお、ちえみちゃん、君からも事情を説明。
Oh, Chiemi-chan, can you tell them what happened last night?
Yeah, this jerk broke in, got me drunk.
Huh? Something was off about her aura. Almost like she was maybe hungover and very tired. If she doesn't be really suggestive, I'll be upset. We'll see. What happened to the lively girl she'd been yesterday?
知恵姉、まさか。
G.A.D., did you?
恥ずかしいとこを見られちゃった。
Man, this is embarrassing.
おお。
Wow.
いや、ちょっと待って、ちょっと。
Wait, hold on, stop.
もう嫁行けない。
I can't be a bride anymore. Yeah.
Man, what a mess. Almost like last night. Though Chiemi's face was all pale, she was actually grinning. She obviously had a bad hangover, but that didn't stop her from messing around. After calming everyone down, Chiemi explained what had actually happened. How we met in the middle of the night. How I broke into her house and got her drunk, and then assaulted her. How she let me stay out of goodwill. How we drank ourselves silly, and how nothing happened between us. I promise you, totally didn't happen.
いやー、久々に深酒しちゃって思いっきり入っちゃったよ。春明さん、お見苦しいとこ申し訳ない。
Man, it's been so long since I drank that much. Guess I wasn't prepared for it and puked it out. Sorry I had to see that, Haruki-san.
ああ、いや、それはいいんだけど。
Yeah, I don't mind it. Girls vomiting? That's hot. That Haro-chan girl still looked at me funny. That's a way of putting that expression, yes? Funny?
非常識。
Or absolutely enraged?
Absurd.
ああ、うん。申し訳ない。昨日は本当に疲労困憊でね。つい行為に甘えてしまったんだ。
There's definitely a girl vomiting kink. There's an everything kink. If it exists, somebody is sexualizing it. Anyway, sorry, I was so tired yesterday that I couldn't refuse her kindness.
まあ知恵ねえだしな。雑把だよな。
Well, this is Charity we're talking about. She does whatever she wants.
事情も事情だし、年寄りたちも納得するかな。
He's got good reasons for being here too. So maybe the elders will understand. The elders, are they the ones that wear the panties on their face? And pray to rocks?
ちなみに、会ったのってどこです？
Where'd you find him anyway? It looks delicious. Plenty of meat on the bone.
それはね。
Well, he was drowning in a stream.
下の方の河原だよ。
Next to the river. Further down. I know I called it a stream, but I've decided it's a river now. My words make everyone change their expressions. That's right. Pretty badass, huh? Well, that's a bit...
大騒ぎだ。
A big deal.
Why is that a big deal? The guy in the middle looks too happy. Oh yeah, he looks thrilled. Too happy compared to the other ones, maybe.
2日連続で2人もだなんて。
Huh?
2 people over just 2 days.
もしかしてまずいこと言った？
Did I say something bad?
はあ、まあいずれバレることよ。さっきあれだけ大騒ぎしちゃったから休みず中に知れちゃったろうし。
It was gonna get out sooner or later. We made quite a scene, so I wouldn't be surprised if everyone in Yasumizu already knows.
Yasumizu. So water something? Something water?
君、2日連続で2人もって何のこと？
Hey, what did you mean by 2 people that were just 2 days?
触らないで、汚い。
Alright.
Don't touch me, you're filthy.
I mean, I agree with you, but...
Bong.
I wasn't trying to touch her and I wasn't filthy. Sure, I hadn't had a bath in over a day, but still.
君、何が騒ぎになるの？
What was with the bong? Does that mean something? Hey, you, why is it a big deal?
タエバあたりが拒否ってなる。
Time is gonna go ee.
Oh, that sure sounded bad.
詳しい話を
What is
聞かせてくれない？
happening? What are they talking about? Can you tell me more? Can you also say something cryptic and weird that I don't understand even slightly?
ちょっと説明は難しいんですけど、まあここは田舎なんで、町といろいろ違うってことですよ。
Things are a bit complicated. For now, just keep in mind that this is the countryside. Things are a bit different here in the city. Namely, the ritual sacrifice of outsiders. We'll be able to teach you all about that soon. This guy here was Uribe-kun. Ignore Chiemi, and he was the easiest person to talk to.
どうすればいいかな？
What should I do?
まあちえみがなんとかしましょう。学生諸君はとりあえずご飯行かないと。
That's it to me, alright. And it's time for students to eat, isn't it?
この混乱には乗るっきゃない。
But I want to see where this mess goes. I want to see what kind of mess this guy makes when we tear him apart. I live in a small town now. I can confirm the ritual sacrifice of outsiders is normal. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's well documented.
乗るっきゃなくないもっち。とりあえず行っちゃいな。
No, you don't.
私らちょっと遅れていくから。
Just go already. We'll catch up.
まあちょっと時間ずらした方がいいよね。揉めそうだし。
Well, I guess it's best to go separately. There's probably gonna be some disagreements.
さすがやすくん、察しがいいぞ。ごめんけど、二人のお守りよろしくね。
Who sacrifice makes a pentagram on the ground?
Yeah, here, just step in the middle of this. No reason. Alright, I'm gonna light these candles. Yeah, I knew you'd understand, Yasukun. Take care of them for me, alright? Take care of them all.
もう知恵ね、子供扱いはやめてよ。
Stop treating me like a child, even though I'm obviously a child. What am I doing with my hand? It's like I'm holding an invisible cane. Also, why am I making this face?
そうだ、うんこしてやるぞ。
Yeah, I swear I'll poop on you. Uh-huh, totally not a child.
ほらほら行くぞ、モッチーにハルちゃん。
Let's just get going, you two. You can poop on them later. And so the students walked off towards the stairs. It was kind of easy to tell what sort of relationship they had. Hello, Lost. Welcome. How you doing? Anyway.
彼らがこの建物の他の住人？
So they live in this building too? How do you survive that on a daily basis?
そういうこと。学生寮だからね。
Yep, it's a student dorm, you know.
Student dorm in this Hicksville? Doing good? Great. Good to hear it. I'm doing very well as well. Still, my senses had betrayed me. There actually were other people here. Crazy, awful people, but...
ちなみに春明さん、他の人と出会ってトラブったりしてないよね。
Hey, you found the new emote. I should have some animated ones soon. They're taking forever to be approved.
By the way, you didn't run into anyone else and get in trouble, right?
うん。一応それ警戒してたから。
Oh yeah, I was careful on that front.
ならよかった。よし、ちょっとしたら食堂に行きましょう。
Good, let's get ready and go to the dining hall.
Dining hall?
あ、朝食？
Oh, for breakfast?
No, for dinner, you moron. Yes, of course, for breakfast. It's 7 in the goddamn morning.
No、朝食は今から食べてください。食堂へは一応面通しをしに行くの。
Nope, eat your breakfast now. We'll go to the dining hall to introduce you.
Do we have any food?
There's plenty of beer left over. Just drink that. That's got calories.
誰と？
Huh? To who?
よそ者がサラナガからやってきたってことに文句を言いそうな人たち。
Whoever has a problem with an outsider coming from Saranaga.
Oh, so like that Teba person, huh? The what?
お世話になります。
I'm in your hands then.
いいってことです。
You were last night.
そ
What?
の代わり、朝のことは秘密で。
It's fine. If you're that grateful, keep what happened this morning a secret.
そりゃもちろん。ところで、サラナガって何？
Sure thing. What's that Saranaga anyway? That river?
そう、サラナガの瀬っていう川だけど、あの辺まとめてサラナガって呼ぶの。ちょっと曰くのある場所でね。
Yep, the river's called Saranaga Rapids. But the area around it's called... Oh.
The river called Saranaga Rapids, but the area around it's called Saranaga. The place has some cultural significance.
曰く。
It does? Are you sure? It looked kind of crappy to me.
うん。あの川は汚れていて、死人が帰ってくるみたいな伝説がね。
Hmm.
Yep, they say it's a corrupt place where the dead return from the other side.
Oh. Huh. Well, that's cool. So that's why they reacted like that. 'Cause I'm dead.
他に
makes
も
sense
その手
now.
のルールというか、しきたりみたいなのが？
Are there any other rules or customs I should be aware of?
Well, there's like this weird panties on the face thing, but it's just for the old people. You don't need to worry about it.
たくさんあります。なので基本、ちえみちゃんにお任せを。
Oh, there...
Oh, there are lots. Just leave everything to me, all right? You're definitely gonna break some rules and be killed.
Gladly on all fronts.
ちなみに、身の危険とかは？
If I may ask, am I in danger?
Oh, hell yeah. You are moments away from death at every second.
ないない。でも、いろいろ不愉快な思いをする前に、早く出ていけた方がいいかも。
Nope, but you should try to escape before something unpleasant happens to you.
そのための根回しに行くと。
And you're gonna lay the groundwork for that, huh?
そうそう。
Yep.
The settlement I'd strayed to was a weird place, but at least the guide was reliable. Maybe. And she wanted me to leave ASAP, huh?
Huh?
I don't know. We're gonna find out, in a moment. I'm gonna take a short break. And then we'll be back with more. Probably gonna be a shorter stream today, probably until like 5, so maybe just like about another hour. So I can make dinner and such. Alright, I'll be back very soon. Thanks for watching. Alright, we're back. Hello, Deanie. Welcome. How you doing today? Good to see you. Thank you, Lava. That was depressing. I guess we didn't miss much there. Kimmy gave me some cup ramen for breakfast. She boiled the water in a small electric kettle. Oh, how are you, Amy? I'm doing great today. It's been a good day. Been a good week, actually. The girl herself was too hungover to eat anything. I did take the opportunity to pay her back for last night's drinks in person, though. $50 for some reason.
Oh boy.
Wait, what the heck? wait. Mystic Squishy, thank you for the bits, but what in the world? How did that happen? Wait. What the fuck indeed? Can Blurp just let you play whatever you want? What the actual fuck was that? It was like... Yes? Wait, so that's like a thing. So if you have Blurp, you can play just like literally any sound? Oh no, I know it's a massive collection of sounds. I thought you had to set like certain ones you can use. So people could just play like literally any Blurp sound? I gotta try this now. Wonder how that works. Is it like on my page? See, like I have the sound alerts thing. You can search up top. Up top of the, like, Blurp website? What a way to make an entrance. Yeah, that was I was like, what is happening? I'm on a phone, so it's easier. Oh, because I don't see it on my page, so it's probably like a mobile only thing. Let me check. My channel, yes. Oh, okay, so I see the little blurb thing. Oh my god. What the heck? You really can just play whatever you want. Goodness. So people could have been like jump scaring me this whole time. That's pretty weird. Anyway, moving on. Also, welcome. I forget, do you prefer Mystic or Squishy? Or both? Then we made our way to the dining hall. What are these boulders? Also, what's with all this grass? Ew, trees. Pff, get that shit out of here. Where's the skyscrapers?
Oh, they're like charms, I guess. They've been here forever.
Pretty sure Blurp gives a bigger percentage to streamers than sound alerts last time I checked. Yeah, my sound alerts are free, though. No one ever used the paid ones, even when they were like 10 bits. So I just didn't bother. Yeah, what are boulders? Giant-ass rocks? What are you, stupid? They're what you live under, clearly. I've never seen anything like them anywhere else. Alright.
Oh yeah, I guess they're kind of unique to this area.
Are they? She led me along a narrow path than one I'd followed earlier. I guess... Wait, it didn't seem like any cars used this one. It was very farmy, I guess. This area was littered with those boulders. Some are cracked, broken, or half buried in the fields. You know, like boulders. They were clearly religious symbols.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours.
Alright, cool. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but, well, at least for now, there it is. You put two together, become giant ass rocks. Ooh, yeah. Also, thank you for the bits again. What were they? Now that I knew I was safe, I once again became curious about this place. Thank you, Squishy! Oh no, I'm being attacked with a whole bunch of magic. Thank you. Oh, there's a person. He's working on the field.
That's Takumi Nichan. Morning!
Jamie waved her hand. The man responded, but then froze mid-wave. There's no music or anything anymore?
Let's go!
Maximum distraction. Hell yeah. I mean, I'm only half here. Your outfit became magic armor. Yes, it did. I mean, it's always made of magic. The only thing that isn't is like this little emblem thing right here. And the underwear. That's real. You know, just in case. Just in case I can't maintain the magic clothing. Are you sure we should? That guy looked pretty surprised to me. I also welcome the distractions. Visual novels can drag on.
Don't worry, he'll be at the dining hall soon. We'll explain things then.
Well, she said so.
Ooh, ooh.
Exactly. As an outsider, I had no choice but to rely on her. At least she wasn't trying to get me drunk again. Magic. This was the part of the village I saw this morning, where the buildings were more densely packed, and that woman with the underwear on her face. I didn't notice it back then, but it was actually kind of weird. All these buildings, this rock, trees, grass. This place is weird. Burn it. Basically, it felt desolate. The wooden bungalows in particular were more or less overgrown, buried in tall grass and other greenery. It's almost like they're not concerned about the property value in this area. Where's the frickin' homeowners association to enforce the trimming of the grass?
Who the fuck cuts the grass?
Not these people. If this was all I saw of the village and someone told me it was abandoned, I'd have easily believed them. It's almost like I've never been to a small town. However, two of the buildings stood out. One was a giant hall right behind the hill. Yeah, get a fucking scythe. That'd be sweet. It wasn't that big, but it looked grand and well-maintained. Right, he should just go door to door with like, hello, I am trying to save money for college. Would you like me to cut your grass? I can also do hedge trimming. And if it was the winter, it's not though. If it was winter, I would also shovel the driveway. No? You don't care if it's overgrown? Okay, thank you. Have a nice day, sir. The other building was obviously the dining hall. Yeah, you can tell from the wood. It looked a bit dirty. Ew, gross. This place sucks. But I could tell there were people inside. From what I could tell, it was the most lively place in this poor excuse for a community. Gross. Any place that isn't fucking Tokyo, I hate. Where's the maid cafe? This place fucking sucks. The head trimming. That's about to happen, I bet. Suddenly, the three students walked out, chatting about something. Probably some stupid small-town hick crap. Chiedi and Fusaishi-san.
Good morning. Aren't you late? We took forever because Makchi Does stop saying nonsense. Yes, I'm evil. Give me miso soup.
Well, lol, so random.
Oh, you'll make it if you hurry. Behave in class, you guys.
Half dashing, the three ran up the path we came from. They're the only students. They're all in high school, huh?
Yep, there's a branch school for all the way up the mountain. I was going there myself 3 years ago.
Sounds like a hassle. You should just burn it to the ground, this whole place. And all of you with it. No one would miss you.
It's not all bad. At least we have a dorm. We get to live in that dorm.
Yeah, he talks about shitting on people. A great kid. Chiemi was entirely straight-faced. There wasn't even a hint of a smile.
All right, let's get psyched.
Yeah. Psyched for what?
I'm not convinced.
We laughed a little and passed the curtain. Hey, there's no underwear on your face. Are you somewhat normal? Is there really no more audio or something? Oh. I just forgot to unmute it. Oh my god. Well, sorry about that. There isn't music right now, though, anyway. Welcome. The inside was aged as the outside. This woman, I mean. But it looked well maintained. This woman, I mean. There was audio, yeah. I mean, at least for like the last 10 minutes, probably. Good job, Emmy. Thank you. I do my best to run a stream that, you know, works at even a basic level. Oh, that's right. That everything is voiced. I totally forgot there's voices. Is your visitor, Chiemi-chan? The hostess-looking lady asked. Though somewhat aged and fatigued, she was definitely beautiful and well-maintained, as I pointed out before. There were two others beside her. One was a lady in her 70s or 80s. She was probably the one I saw this morning, with the panties on her face. The silhouette matched. A+ pro streamer? Why, thank you. I am definitely that. Another one was a man who seemed a bit younger than her, probably his late 60s. It's Hayashi Mishima. Although they were just sitting there, there was a menacing aura about them.
紹介するね。房石春明さん。昨日の晩、皿長で迷ってたのを、ちえみが保護しました。
Although I guess, honestly, I could have just turned off the voices, huh? Do I really need them? What do you think? Should I leave the voices on? We are a democracy.
Imagine looking at Buff at 60.
But he's like that kind of gross Buff, where he obviously, like, drinks too many beers. He's like, yeah, he's strong, he's muscly, but kind of looks not great. Do I have any opinion on the voices? Should I keep them on? I only vote for Chaos. Would it be Chaos with the voices off?
I'll introduce him. This is Haruaki Fusaishi. I found him at Saranaga last night and took him into my care.
Took him into my care? It was like a baby bird?
Yay, thank you, Al.
Chaos. Whoa. The reactions were powerful. The lady gasped while the two elders rose to their feet with alarm. You can see how alarmed they are. Look at his eyes. The tension that was already there the moment I walked in reached its peak.
気にするのもわかるけど、これは単なる偶然です。
I know you're concerned, but this is just a coincidence.
But all the time of no sound might as well kill the voices for them. The only thing I'm, like, maybe worried about there is, like, some of the inflections that they would sometimes have. Like, if somebody is doing something evil or suspicious. Or, like, screaming to death. That's the main reason I want to keep them on. Wait, what happened? So he was lost in the woods, and she found him, and he was like in this stream or river, like trying to cross it. And apparently this town is known, like that's like the river of the dead or something, basically, or people get like resurrected. So the I guess the assumption here from them is like, oh, you found him in the river, then he's a ghost, or a dead person, or a spirit. I don't know, something like that.
あの子と違ってこの人は素性が明らかだし、バイクで旧道に突っ込んで事故ったって非常に気の毒な事情もある。
Who?
Unlike that little girl, he knows exactly where he came from. He went on an old path with his bike and crashed. It's actually really sad. He's kind of pathetic. Crashing his bike.
我々としてはこの人がちゃんと帰れるように。
Maybe you should stay on 4 wheels, loser.
That was a lot of speaking for that tiny sentence.
That's why I think we should help him leave.
どうですか?
What do you think?
皆様方。
After saying that, Chiemi fell silent. The ball was in their court now. They dunked hard on her. Get wrecked, loser. I don't care.
Oh, I don't care.
まあ、それは大変。
Now that is troubling. Yeah, death by bike crash. He might have died. Maybe he was eaten by deer. The lady voiced a harmless opinion, careful not to upset the old people. It was pretty clear who was in charge. They were elders in more ways than one.
ちいちゃんはなんで夜にサラナガなんぞ言っとったかね。
J-Ted, why'd you even... Wait, what's an old person voice? Oh, wait, why can't I think of a way to do one? It's been so long since I did an old person voice that I literally can't remember how to do one. Oh man. Do I have amnesia? See, wait, how do I do it? Whatever.
G-Chan, why did you even go to Saranaga at night?
I guess I gotta remember at some point.
虫の知らせかな。
I had a hunch, I guess. Do you know what happened? I couldn't fall asleep.
そいじゃやっぱり読み人じゃないんかね。
That's gotta be a Yummy Beto. How to old person? There we go. I guess I'll just do it like this.
Oh, he's
gotta be a Yummy Beto.
Shut it, Taiba. Taiba, what's going on? You triggered my trap. From the conversation, it was pretty clear that something had happened before I arrived here. That's probably similar to what happened with me. She'd mentioned some little girl. Perhaps it was a child who'd wander in here like I did? Did she also get drunk and spend the night with Chiemi? According to Chiemi, the Saranaga Rapids were a place of significance around here. It was a place which dead people came to life, or whatever. The fuck is a Yami Bito? Me, I guess. Oh, so this Tai must have been the E lady that Boyd mentioned before. And the Yomi Bito must be a term for the dead who came from there. Apparently the primary goal here was convincing these elders to approve helping me. Hello, Sweet Nix. She looks terrified? Yes, I'm like a resurrected dead person, I guess, in her eyes. Where are you from? The old man's voice put my derailed mind back on track.
はい、東京です。
I'm from Tokyo?
いくつじゃ?
How old are you?
年は24です。
24?
地位より上じゃが。
Older than she, huh? He chuckled. I immediately realized he was taking a jab at me for hiding behind a younger girl.
申し遅れました。房石春明です。
Nice to meet you.
にも紹介された通り、バイクで事故って迷い込みました。
I'm Haruaki Fusaishi. Like she said, I wandered into town after my bike crashed. No, I'm not dead. I didn't die on the bike and get eaten by deer. It did not happen.
どうやら僕はここでは異分子のようで変なことを言ったりしたりして皆さんに迷惑かけたくないなと。
I seem to be a total outsider here, so I didn't want to speak out of turn. I'm not scared of you. That's not why I was hiding behind her. I just didn't want to be rude.
それで芹沢さんに紹介をお願いしたんですが僕から改めてお願いします。
That's why I asked her to talk on my behalf, but I think I should say something at least. You know, I was outside and you were wearing the panties on your face, and I kind of thought, wow, this place sucks, and I think, mention, like, burning it to the ground? What do you think? You think that's a good idea for your town?
すぐ出て行きますから、それまでは僕の存在を多めに見ていただけないかと。
I won't trouble you any longer than I have to, so I'd be grateful if you pardoned my brief stay.
それと、僕を助けてくれた芹沢さんを責めないであげてください。
And please don't blame her for helping me. I'm sorry, kid. You broke our customs. She's gonna be sacrificed.
春明さん。
Hey, Haruki-san.
おそらく芹沢さんはここの常識を外れたところで僕を助けてくれたんだと思うんです。学生たちもみんな驚いてた。
I think she went against the village customs by helping me out. The students also seem surprised. I totally understand if you gotta punish her. I mean, that's just the way things go, right? But I'm free to go, right? Like I didn't know about the customs, you know? I didn't break your rules because I didn't know them. I doesn't know what the fucking boulders were. Yeah, what is all this stupid shit around your town?
まあ。
My.
これでも大人です。自分の責任は自分で取りますし、皆さんにかけた迷惑は可能な限り償います。
I'm an adult. I'm willing to take responsibility for any trouble I cause as best I can. I promise you. Here's my ID. See, it says adult right on it. You get the deer blood ready.
ですので、どうかお願いします。
So please put up with me. I bowed my head. They cut it off. It seems alright to me, Tiber.
あたしゃすかんわね。そんなに髪茶色に染めてから。
I don't know about that. Look at his hair. All colored brown.
What?
Everybody in this town should be 80 years old like me and have white hair.
Shit. I forgot I didn't look very presentable to more traditionalist people. What? What? Traditionalist? Is brown hair like wild and crazy? Outsiders are all like that. Just help them get out of here, I says.
ほいじゃ好きにしなさいね。
Now, what you want?
I guess I got their half-hearted approval?
春明、春か。うちの孫も春じゃ。紛らわしい。
Haruki Haru, like my granddaughter. What a mess. After the fucking deer got to her, Jesus. We still haven't cleaned up the mess that she left behind.
あ、もしかして
Like seeping into the boulders outside. Not having short hair bothers traditionalists. It's not even that long. Oh, so that means you're...
そう、春ちゃんのおじいさんの牧島勘三さんよ。
Yep, he's Haru-chan's grandpa, Kanzo Mikishima. Yeah, that's what I said. Heihachi Mishima.
どうも。
A pleasure. Uh-huh. I don't know what else to say. Haru-chan and I weren't on the best of terms so far. Anyway, it seemed like we were past the difficult part. You're not. You're not past the difficult part. Drove to Saranaga, huh? You know that's a fucking river, right? It's not a road.
いえ、コンビニで道を聞いた後、脇道に入って未舗装になったところで滑り落ちて横転しました。
No, actually, I asked for directions at a convenience store, went down a side road, and ended up losing control in an unpaved section. What do you mean a convenience store? You don't mean the one outside of town. There was someone there? Lights were on? Fuck. Where's the fucking holy water? Where's the cross? That place has been abandoned for 40 years.
で、サラナが登ったか。なぜ途中で引き返さねえ。
And then you went in Saranaga. Why didn't you turn around? He wasn't impressed by my choice of actions, which, I gotta admit, pretty stupid. Anything longer than Peach was too long for the males. Yeah, look at this. He's got that high and tight crop top. It just hit me that I had no idea how much time had passed between the crash and meeting with Kenny. Yay! Thank you for the redeem, Hama. Dance party. Eventually, I'll get my own rave ones approved. I bet they're still not approved, right? Nope. No Emmy rave yet. That was so sweet. I like that. Yay! I'm glad people like it. That one's relatively new. Tamaki will go and see it. What is an old person voice? Why can't I do it? God, my brain is not working today. Posted my favorite D&D story in your Discord. Oh, cool. I'll check it out later. Thank you. There we go. Jacoby's working in the field. It's to get him to leave. Get the boy. Oh, let the boy help. You never change, Kan-chan. Kan-chan. Ah, who's this tall glass of protein powder? Why does she look so distressed? 'Cause she thinks we're like a zombie. What's going on here? We're joined by a new inhabitant. But he is inhabiting quite a bit of this room. Chemi, who's that guy? You didn't spend the night with him, did you? Typical cultist? Yes! Oh, he's wearing the panties on his head, too. Just in a different way. Easy access. He can just pull them down. His blood type is muscle milk.
Oh, Takumi Nichan.
Oh, so he was the one we saw on the field. Wow, he looked big from up close. All that field work was good for his muscles, clearly. But I could tell he was in his 30s, not too old for me to ask him out. As Jamie introduced me and told him of my situation, I found out his name, Takumi Muro. Man, that must have been hard. So old man Kanzo. Well, pick it up. Thought so. Taba-chan, wait a bit while I help the guy. I already spread the stuff on the fields, so I'll mow the grass at noon.
匠は優しいね。
It's why is it so hard? Quick. Fuck it. I'll figure out the old person voice later. What a good boy.
こんなもんなんでもないって。すぐ何もなかったようにできるからよ。
It ain't a big deal. I'll be so quick you'll think nothing happened. Whoa, really? Back to that two-stroke technique, are we?
Hey, Betty, spread the stuff all right.
Motherfucker, we get into just now getting the most, but it's like 7 months. I work slowly.
そうね。
That's good to hear.
Nothing, eh?
お兄ちゃんや。
Oni-chan? What did she call me? Oni-chan! Boy! Me? What is it?
ここは安水言うてね。あんまりええ場所じゃないんよ。
You're in Yasumizu. Ain't a good place.
Huh? It was a place that wasn't good, not my presence here? Wait, why do you live here if it's not a good place?
Are you sure those muscles aren't
Silicone? No, I'm not sure of that.
私らもよそのもんが苦手だし、よそのもんも触れんがええ。
We don't like outsiders here, and outsiders should let sleeping dogs lie.
じゃから、はよ出てお行き。
See you, Sonori, and leave.
That's the plan.
そのつもりです。
話はついた感じか。
So it's settled.
ありがとう、匠兄ちゃん。
Yep, thanks, Takumi-chan.
I was beginning to understand how things worked here. Although Kanzo Makishima's voice is the most powerful here, it was also important to get Tae-san's approval. I don't know who any of those people are. You gotta say, like, the old woman, the huge man, or the old, still pretty huge man. That's why your village looks like shit. He's so slow, he can't get anything done. Kanzo-san was probably in charge of tackling the settlement's practical problems, while Tae-san provided spiritual and moral direction. Yeah, way to stereotype them, dude. And when it was time to be civilized, Takumi-san came and convinced Tae-san, acting as an intermediary. Anybody remember who they are? No? It looked like Takumi-san himself understood such subtleties, and Chiemi seemed to rely on this side of him. Well, that's a name that I recognize, Chiemi.
はい、ここらで一つどうぞ。
Here you go. The lady brought some tea to the old folk. Perfect timing.
おお、カオリさん。俺には飯頼むぜ。
Oh, Kaori-san. Looking forward to getting some food. So that was her name. Not gonna remember it. Too many characters.
朝早くからお疲れ様でした。大盛りにしますからね。
Sure, I'll make a lot. It'll be a reward for waking up early and working hard.
なーに、安水とばあちゃんとカオリさんのためなら、へでもねえよ。
Hey, I'm doing it for Yasumizu Ba-chan and you. That's nothing really.
まあ。
Oh my. These two sure seem to get along. They looked about the same age, too. Yeah, we know what you're implying.
さあ、お客さんもご飯に。
Would you like something to eat, too? Too bad. You're gonna fucking starve. You're an outsider.
あ、いえ、いただいてきたので。
Oh no, thank you. I already ate. What do you mean you already ate? Oh god, you didn't eat the ramen, did you? Oh shit. Get the holy water. Get the cross.
それじゃあ、お茶をどうぞ。
And here's some tea.
お出ししましょう。
I can also get you a light snack if you'd like. What would you say to some onigiri? What did I just say? I don't want any.
ああ、それは。
Oh, that would be.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと急ぎで電話借りていいかな。
Sorry, can we borrow the phone? We need it quick.
Oh?
それはいいけど、お茶くらいは。
Sure.
Sure, but why not have some tea first? Go on, drink it.
ありがとう。 でも本当緊急だから行こう、ハルアキさん。
Thanks, but it's urgent. Let's go, Haruki-san. Right the fuck now.
They have a phone? Right? No. As soon as they leave, the woman's like, wait a minute, we do not have a phone. Oh shit. I guess you figured it out. It didn't look like I could say no. I swear to you there isn't cyanide in it. Oh, did I say that out loud? We went up to the nearby stairs, to what seemed like a living space. At the end of the creaky hallway, there was a black rotary phone, a rarity in this day and age.
これがここ、安水唯一の電話だから。
We stood in a black void.
This is the only phone in all of Yasumizu, by the way.
Seriously?
ちなみに、携帯電話はどのキャリアも通じませんので。
Oh, but not a single mobile service provider works in this area. So, you know, later on in the game, when you run up here to try and use the phone and the cord is cut, yep, you'll know at that moment how fucked you are.
そうなのか。でもどこに電話しろって？
Really? Wait, who do you want me to call anyway?
Ghostbusters!
ロードサービスとか保険とか、あと必要なら家族にも連絡。
Road service, insurance, stuff like that. Family if you have to, so they can get your affairs in order. A priestess, a coroner.
Oh, that made sense. Hell, I should have been the one to say that.
さっきも言ったけど、できるだけここを早く出られた方がいいから、使えるものは何でも使いましょう。
Like I said, it'd be best if you left as soon as possible. So you should use everything you have.
よそ者が歓迎されない場所だから？
Because outsiders aren't welcome here?
That is a way to put it, yes. Outsiders are ripped from limb to limb is another way to put it.
そういうことです。
I mean, yep.
それ以上の詮索は無用と。
And I shouldn't pry any further, huh?
Unless you want your skull pried open. No.
春明さんはとっても察しがいい。それはいいことだと思う。
Haruki-san, I see that you catch on quickly. That's good. That'll help you survive. I don't think you're gonna, but it would help.
ただ、好奇心もとっても強く見える。
You're just about to say Ghostbusters too? We're of the same mind.
But you also seem really curious.
バレたか。
It shows, huh?
バレますとも。でも正直、あんまりいろいろ首突っ込まない方がいいかも。
Of course it does. Honestly, though, you should avoid sticking your nose into things.
どうせすぐに別れるんだし。
Because we'll part ways soon anyway.
Oh, you're gonna part ways with this mortal coil.
その通り。
Exactly.
なんだか寂しいな。
That's kind of sad.
It is gonna be sad.
お、ちえみちゃんのメアド御所も？
Is it coming across that I'm saying you're in danger? That you're gonna die? Am I making that plainly obvious?
There's gonna be a parting, alright.
Of your head from the rest of your body. Oh, you want my contact info?
くれるならぜひ。
If you're willing to give.
I'm not.
やった！これで男友達53人目。
Damn, alright.
Yay! That makes you guy number 53 on the list. Yes, I do mean I have banged every last one of them.
テンションガタ落ちですわ。
Jam, if that ain't a letdown. We still went on to exchange our info. I could only hope that being number 53 wasn't the biggest problem as it sounded.
それはともかく、個人的興味で言えば、何が問題になってて、どんな背景があるのか知りたいのだけど。
Anyway, I'd still like to know the reason why me being here in this black void is such a big deal. Yeah, what info? That's an excellent point. Like, you don't have a cell phone? The one phone is, like, not even in your house.
おすすめしないな。
Or did I miss what they said? Anyway, I'd still like to know the reason why me being here is such a big deal.
I don't recommend it.
なぜかな。
But why?
私が不愉快になるから。
Does it make me upset?
あんまり故郷が好きじゃない。
You don't like it here?
Don't say that out loud. They're right downstairs. They can fucking hear you.
うん。正直、嫌い。
Yeah, I actually hate it.
Well, I mean, I can see why.
ここの人とは仲良さそうに見えるけど。
You seem to get along with the people, though.
ああ、それは見えるだけですね。私相当な問題児だったんで、ご年配方とは結構気まずいよ。
That's just how it looks. I was a huge problem child, so I feel kind of awkward around the older folk here.
それに、パッと見はわからないいろんなしがらみもあるし。
There's
まあ、住人自体はそんなに嫌いじゃないけどね。
tons of things you can't see right away. Oh, but I can't say I actually hate the people.
This place is isolationist, including the boy that shits on people. And the woman who wears the panties on her face, and the boulders, and the grass. Lots of things to hate here. With that, I decided to stop prying about this place any further. I'd back away before she came to hate me.
あ、でも、一つだけ聞いていい？
Oh, can I ask one thing, though?
いい度胸。
Oh, gutsy. Go ahead.
What do your insides look like on the outside? I mean, what do you like to do in your spare time?
室匠さんのこと好きだったりする？
You like that Takumi Muro guy?
え？私が？
What, me like him?
うん。
Yeah.
さすがにそれはないな。匠兄ちゃんかっこいいけど、ごつすぎるし、10以上年違うし、対象外です。
No way. Takumi Nichan's cool and all, but he's too rugged and handsome and sexy and huge and over a decade older than me. He's out of my strike zone. Until I get a little older, that is.
それに、匠兄ちゃんは昔から香織さん一筋だし。
And he's always had only eyes for Kaori-san. Good thing I hear she's not gonna be around too much longer.
やっぱそうなんだ。
And slow as fuck.
結婚してるわけじゃないの？
That just makes him hotter.
It sure felt like it. They married or something? I thought you were gonna stop prying. Let me get people's personal details.
うん。香織さん未亡人だから。
Uh-huh. And where does she sleep? Nope, Kaori-san.
Nope, Kaori-san's a widow.
Well, that seemed complicated. That aside, Jimmy had been acting a bit strange. Really? Why'd she drag me away from the tea? I wanted to get poisoned to death. It seems so awkward, too. Assuming she hadn't been jealous of Kaori-san and simply didn't want her to charm me, what would it would mean that she just hadn't wanted me to drink the tea. Why? What are her measurements? I just need to know for a thing. It's not for a casket, I promise. Also, why'd she feed me cup ramen if I could have just gotten food at the dining hall? Look, dude, I'm pretty sure you already know the answers to these questions. Looking too deep into things was part of my nature, though things were never as bad as I assumed. I think they are now. I went on to call my insurance company where I found out something. I died 6 years ago. Well, shit. Apparently this village was hundreds of kilometers away from the nearest service station, meaning I was ineligible for the normal service and had to pay extra. And the extra was no small amount, too. It actually went over 100,000 yen. What? That's $10,000. That'd be, like, worth more than the motorcycle. Yeah, don't walk towards the light. That's what they want. Also, I could have avoided this if I had taken a more expensive plan. This was all my own fault for not taking the bike salesman's advice. Shit. I said I would consider it and hung up on that asshole. Then I went back to the dining hall. 100,000 yen, that's like a whole dollar. This is at least $1.
あれ、おじいさんたちは。
Huh, where did everyone go? It's almost like they were never here to begin with. The customers had changed completely. Tei-san, Kanzo-san, and Takumi-san were gone now. They were replaced by a caricature of juvenile delinquent. Timmy, where the fuck are you? He shouted at me. Seemed like he was trying too hard. And he slammed his bowl and chopsticks on the ground and stood up to intimidate me. I'm Haruki Fusaishi. Perhaps you've heard of me. The hell you wanna go?
まあ、義継。初対面の方になんて口の利き方を。
Goodness, Yoshitsugu. You don't talk like that to somebody you just met. Also, your name is Yoshitsugu. That's pretty funny.
Kick his ass, Seamas. Shut up, hag. Chie-ni, the hell's this asshole?
バイクで事故った旅行者の春明さん。
Haruki-san. Haruki-san, a traveler who crashed his bike.
Oh man, they really should have worked a little bit harder on the fixing that transparency problem. You watch this back in slow motion, you will see some creepy looking shit. But never mind, kill him. Boy, that introduction. Boy, was that introduction half-assed.
改めて、こちら織部香織さんと次男の義継くん。
Let me introduce them to you. This is Kaori Oribe and her second son, Yoshitsugu-kun. Yosaganu-kun is the first.
安永君って朝の彼?
Yasunaga-kun, the guy who introduced me to this morning?
そう、よく見たら似てるでしょ?
Yeah, they may not look at it at first, but they're alike, don't you think?
Kinda, yeah. The Uribes, what an unpredictable family. I kinda hate them already. Oh, he suddenly wanted to give me a kiss. Stop talking bad bro, you ugly bitch.
そう言われてもな、モテちゃうからな、ちえ姉ちゃんは。
Tell me that all you want. I'm confident in my popularity.
Okay, ugly bitch. And for what I'd seen, that confidence was well justified. What, you saw what? Her change into a sports outfit? Which included the exact same shirt? Baka. It's not like I like you or anything, Baka. Fuck out back to the city, you idiot. Stupid dumbass.
どうしよう、春明さん。バカは否定できないかも。
Oh no, Haruki-san. I don't think I can argue with that. You better fuck off back to the city, asshole.
なんと、ちえみちゃんはバカだったのか。よーし、バカ。
Baka. Get the deer blood pentagram ready. Tie him down in the middle. We can start the sacrifice. You get the ritual knife. I'll get the candles. What? You were an idiot. All right then. Stupid. You're stupid. Are you guys in like 5th grade?
Oh, how mean.
言ってやろうぜ、義継くん。バカ。
Baka.
なんなんだよてめえ。チエネバカにしてんじゃねえよ。
Ah, what the hell? Don't talk shit about Chie-ni. You're pretty conflicted, aren't you?
ごめん、ちえみちゃん。
Did you get the obsidian knife?
The enchanted one with the glowing red energy. Sorry, Chie-mi-chan, I was just playing.
おお、見事な連続手のひら返し。このちえみをあっけに取られさせるとはなかなかやるな。
Wow, one nice reversal after another. It takes quite a man to surprise me. So not you. The big dude. The big dude is who I'm talking about.
ちえみちゃんには負けないぜ。
I just don't want to lose to you, that's all.
付き合ってんのかてめえら。
You dating or something? Boy, did I wish. No, you don't. You're the She said she wanted to sleep with you, and you were like, no, I don't think so.
いい加減になさい、義継。とうに遅刻でしょ。着替えて学校。
Oh, it's Yoshitsugu.
Stop it, Yoshitsugu. You're already late. Change it, go to school.
うるせえ。行かねえよ。
Shut up and going. Mumbling something, the kid walked out of the dining hall, leaving his half-full bowl behind. That's a kid? What do you mean, kid? He looks like he's 35.
ごめんなさいね。お恥ずかしいところを。
I'm sorry about that. How embarrassing. Go to be school to be sacrificed. Or both.
He's a really good boy deep down, though.
No, he's not. You don't know him. I can actually see that. Somewhat. Little. Maybe? No, I can't see it. He's just an asshole.
あ、ところで、牧島さんとムロさんは
By the way, where are Makishima-san and Muro-san?
あ、もうバイク拾いに出ましたよ。
They went to pick up your bike since you're not going to do it.
まずい。追いかけないと。
Oh no, I gotta go after them. I didn't warn them, it's got a bomb on it.
場所は分かってるみたいだったし、大丈夫じゃない？
Hey, they know where it is. They'll be fine, don't you think?
Now you don't understand. There was all kinds of orb weavers and lizards around there. They're gonna get attacked for sure. Deer! The deer were out there. I fucking saw them. They're gonna be torn to shreds.
いや、一応ニュートラルにすれば押せるけどさ、操作わかるのかな？
Well, you just said it on neutral would push, but I'm not sure they'll know how to do it. Did I mention I think everyone here is stupid?
あとさすがに手伝うべきでしょう。作業が非効率になっちゃまずいし。
And I, of all people, should help. They might go about it in the wrong way.
その程度なら、
They're gonna hurt my baby.
If that's all, then you shouldn't bother.
なんで？
Why?
取りも直さず、春明さんがよそ者だからです。
Because you're an
長時間一緒
outsider?
に歩くのはちょっとおすすめできない。
I wouldn't suggest spending too much time alone with them. They might fall in love with you.
問題になりそうな人たちには思えなかった
It
け
didn't
ど。
seem that bad to me.
そりゃあ二人とも大人だから。でも基本的にこの知恵みほどオープンな人はここにはそうそういないからね。
That's because they're adults. Don't assume everyone here is as welcoming as me. I'm an exception.
春明さんは平気かもだけど、一緒にいると向こうがストレス溜めるかもしれない。ただでさえ今普通じゃないから。
Yeah, they might rip your skin up and wear it as their own. You know, normal small town stuff.
You might get along fine, but you might also set them off. This place is already far from normal. Did you see how tall the fucking grass is? People here can't be trusted. They're obviously psychotic. Don't risk making it worse.
まあ、そうね。任せろと言われたら、手出しをしない方がいいでしょうね。
いいでしょうね。
Maybe I should do her voice more like that.
She's right, I say. They insisted you leave it to them. So that's what you should do.
そうなんですか。
You think so too? God, everyone's ganging up on me. Oh. Oh, there we go. I guess Dense Mist is next. It just did this all of a sudden, I think. Or did I push a button? Did I push a button that did that? Oh, I pushed a button that did that. Oh, I pushed square. Okay, never mind. I thought it just abruptly ended there. You think so too?
ええ。安水には安水のやり方がある。男の人たちはそれにこだわるから。
Is that all that's dense in this game?
Like that guy's muscles.
Yes, the men here are pretty serious about Yasumizu having its own way of doing things, if you know what I mean.
I can somewhat understand that. A visitor should behave like one. Doing anything more than that would be uncalled for. It was an old-fashioned way of thinking, but this was an old-fashioned kind of place for sure. I mean, did you see the fucking grass? These people are crazy.
じゃあ、どこで待とうか。
Where do we wait then?
うちに戻って待ちましょう。
At my place.
Expected as much, but it still made me curious. Normally, you'd expect we'd sit around and drink some tea right here, so why didn't we? As we waited, Chiemi, casually but uncomfortably, told me several things. I got a cute Alolan Ninetales pin from my adopted Eevee Friends of Eevee hat. Oh, cool! You should send me a picture of it in Discord. This probably isn't the best place to stop off, but I would like to go ahead and stop to make dinner. And I have the feeling that whatever this scene is probably going to go on for a while. She's probably gonna drag on about stuff in the village. So, we will call that one here. I'm just gonna go over the schedule really quick and then we'll find someone to raid. As always, you don't have to stay and watch whoever we raid, but I would appreciate if you stayed for the raid itself. It makes me happy. So, real quick, schedule. Today was obviously Thursday, so we're done with that. Friday, tomorrow probably won't be streaming. I'm sure it'll be nice enough out for me to spend some time outside. If for some reason it's like rainy or cold, maybe I'll stream. Saturday we have Bloodborne at 2. That is Super's Redeem. And then on Sweet Nick's Plays channel, we'll be playing Danganronpa V3. I'm gonna go ahead and shout her out. That way you can find the link too. In case you don't already know it. We get to see a clip too.
Steps forward. I noticed something.
Why can't I see it?
Move above the grand staircase. Fun fact,
There we go.
didn't, so I don't know if they did, but I hope they did.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you?
Now her expression is appropriate. And who's working the camera?
Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out.
That was good timing. Scream! Not funny! I enjoyed my stay. Oh, thank you so much for coming by, Lava.
Yeah, the fucking timing, that was amazing.
Alright, let's quickly find somebody to raid. See if we got anybody online. As always, I will take recommendations if I don't find somebody. What we got? Starlight Otter, but they're doing a collab. Evelyn, Ashel, Shu, Tiny Moon, Karen, CH doing Metal Gear Solid. We just rated them though. See if I can find somebody really quick. I usually like to try and find somebody playing like another visual novel. Or something else that I really like. Someone has first affiliate stream and they're playing a game called Devotion? Maybe it looks interesting. Let's check that out. Oh, it's like a horror game? Wait, this isn't Devotion. This is Resident Evil 7 demo, right? Oh no, this isn't. This looks kind of cool. Alright, let me listen to them for a second. So you'll be able to hear them too.
The rabbit.
Playing with viewers backseating allowed. Looks like a horror game. I like horror games. And a very cute model. She's got little wings on her ears.
Were we just here? Wait, what?
What does it say about her?
That?
Villainous trying to escape doom, playing some video games.
Stop doing that. Goddard Theater and Art.
Yeah, she looks super cool. So Mia Sova VT is who
Why
will
are you doing that? Stop it.
is who will raid. Oh, I spelled the raid command wrong. There we go. Ooh, how many people we got? 3 people, 5 people, 7 people, hooray! And of course, our raid message, as always, is made with love. And some Emmy hearts with if you have them. If you don't, you can always get them for like 80 channel points, I think. Unlock one. Or you could just use the greater than 3 hearts as well. Alright, let's go show them some support. Check them out for a little bit. And yeah, just say hi. Be cool. And I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much for coming by and watching. You mean the world to me. I'll be back probably on Saturday. Have a good weekend. Bye.